Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Thieves Incorporated. We are now on episode 26. For real this time. No fakesies. No 25 and 5/7.
It sounds like we actually have everyone this time.
Yeah, sorry.
And we're actually
Although whether or not everyone is here is another question entirely.
Well, everyone should be here, unless one of you is a live-action hologram or something like that.
Well, no, we're all present, but whether or not we're all here is a different matter.
Semantics.
The last time we met our adventurers, I don't know what happened in session 25, but in the subparts, brief overview. Our boys...
Our cookie boys managed to recruit pretty much half the town.
Yes, half of the NPCs that were worth note. And then another half of people that may or may not have been made up on the fly, may or may not have had like 20 seconds and probably like a little joke to put in there.
And I'm pretty sure one of them was just Spencer wanting to make a SpongeBob character.
Maybe.
Which one?
Which one?
The lobster.
Oh.
Actually, no. That's a what is it? I'm sorry to tell you, but I put in another reference to a different game. Okay, so in Magic, they have beings called Homerids, and they're just lobster people, and so we just decide to name one Homar, and there you go.
And then there's also,
so much like Mary, you brought a character from another campaign.
There's also the incredibly normal guy named Norm, who may or may not be a squirrel-powered robot.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to unravel that mystery at another time. But
let's see what other crazy people do we hire. Oh yes,
the fact that he's normal is worth investigating on its own. I mean, after Dark Notion and whatever the hell Cerberus is, we're kind of not exactly short on weirdos on this ship.
Yeah. Dark Notion.
And I feel the most important thing to note for the stream is we managed to hire that mercenary that nearly killed us all those sessions ago. So
and also Dig Dug, who we almost killed.
Yeah,
lovely.
And also the ghost of Pearl. So
we have just a regular old assortment of individuals.
Yeah.
Very
so many poor decisions were made.
And now the bad guys are attacking us on 3 fronts and are trying to kidnap Clara.
Clara, kill Gretchen and Brobnar, and I'm assuming make a nice little hat out of Paimon.
Make one of those colonial era fur pelt hats.
Yeah. So, God, don't let that happen to you, Paimon. You still have so many conversations with that cursed dagger of yours. Think of all the cheese you can eat with the dough you stole from us 5 days ago.
Cheese. It's dough.
I think it's actually flour, but.
Yeah, but the thing is that she could give it to us and specifically request us to make her like cheese dumplings or something like that.
I just had a terrible idea.
She makes out like a bandit.
I just had a terrible idea. What if the gift show up with cheese? What would Paimon do? Would Paimon do whatever they tell her to do for the cheese?
Let's hope not.
Just take the cheese and run.
Anyways, so. Paimon, I'm gonna need you to you have 5 days of downtime. I'm gonna need you to roll 5 luck rolls.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, did you also want to do night work?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. So 5 just straight D20 rolls.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh,
As she
God,
wastes
what the
her
fuck
one
is
crit for the
this?
evening.
All right.
Two
And
26.
then I need you to make 5 more stealth rolls. Wait, no, not stealth. What is it? Sleight of hand.
Out of hand. Okay. RD20 plus 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my fucking God, not again!
Oh no!
One more.
You're using
I'm
all your.
using all
You're
of
using
it.
all your
of
crits,
our
Maddie.
luck. You're using all of our luck. Everyone's luck.
Yeah, fuck
Okay.
y'all, man. I'm taking it all.
One more.
Speed
All right,
run
guys.
through.
All right, guys. I already planned for a Clara rescue mission, so don't worry.
All right.
One more time, Maddie.
Speed run through Paimon's last 5 days.
my God.
First day went absolute crap for your begging. You got a total of 2 hay pennies, so 2
Okay.
pieces of copper. All right. Second day, you in begging, someone accidentally gives you too much change, and so you ended up getting like 3 pieces of platinum that day.
Holy shit.
already know.
All right. The 6th. Hey, guess what? It's a bread bowl with soup in it.
Hell
5
yeah!
silver,
5 silver.
and you get that again on the 4th day.
And 2 things of bread bowl soup. Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at 14, you got 7 gold pieces. Well, in loose change.
Yeah.
All right, and then we gotta do the 5 rolls. Okay, so first one, you pickpocket a couple of people outside the club. You got yourself you made roughly 20 gold pieces that night.
Okay.
All right, the 18, you didn't get as much money. You get a ruby worth about 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
All right, the 20 gets you something slightly better. It's an emerald, and it's worth about 30 gold pieces. Wait, was that correct?
The ruby was 50.
Oh, 75, that's what it is. Okay.
75, okay.
And at 20, you get a... Excuse me while I pull up the random loot generator.
You also missed the 31 she rolled first, I think.
Oh, the 31! Oh, shoot. Okay, well, we're going to put that in this... Okay, so that'll be like a slightly worse type of thing. Okay. Oh, no. What kind of stupid table is this?
Enraged DM noises.
Go play among yourselves for a little bit. I need to figure out the oh god, I can't remember
Terminal
the
velocity of a whale?
Never mind.
Yes, the terminal velocity of a whale. You get 2 potions. One is that of a very... What is it? One is that of a very deep purple, and the other one is that of a bright green with sparkles in it.
Ooh, sparkles.
Actually.
All right, and then the nat 20. Okay.
Well, that was the 31. I thought that was the net 20.
That was the 31. All right. You get a spell scroll.
If the spell's on the arcane list, she can spell it is.
Yeah.
True, that's true.
Well, that's something you gotta check later.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the matter at hand. So that was Paimon's last 5 days of working for people. Also, you did get your wage of roughly 15 gold a night.
Nice, girl.
15 golden knights.
You are doing work that is
75.
highly illegal.
That's
Yeah,
75 gold
total.
total.
Okay, thank you.
Paimon's making all the money.
Hell yeah, fuck y'all.
Yeah. Lurdovox is going to try to make money, and Skirvo has been physically incapable of making money for a couple days.
Making
All
all
right.
the money.
Um,
I sold 10 vials of purple worm poison for 1,000 gold each.
Yeah, you are easily the richest character in Adamantine history right
Yes,
now.
I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, player character.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Where was I? Okay, so, Paimon. So
Yes.
you're here on the 6th
Mhm.
night, and you're trying to do you're trying to snatch something from a person's house that may or may not have done something to slight your boss in any sort of way. And then suddenly, slow sit. And then suddenly you hear a gunshot behind you. As a Giff appears out of the shadows. Switching over to Lurdovox and Sadar, after watching your house get burned down, you
Wasn't
are
my house.
ambushed. Okay, the residence in which your employers are currently
Apparently used.
owning. You are ambushed by a group of Giff who come up behind you.
How many is in this group?
5.
Okay. And as I'm turning around, I'm drawing my shield.
All right. And then Ticker, you are busy playing with Clara until finally a strange portal opens up inside of the cabin, and then 2 of these Giff just show up. Now, everyone, roll for initiative as I switch you to the map.
Ah.
All right.
Our destroyed residents.
I'm gonna flash a genius to that, so that's actually a 19.2.
Give me a second while I. Oh gosh, we haven't done combat in so long.
Oh no, this is actually the first proper combat for Lord of Vox and Sadar.
Yup.
All right. Advance
Ooh.
to front to
Yes,
back.
yes, Lord of Vox.
Edit. No, that's not the right button. This is the right button. Okay.
There we are.
So
Advanced.
you see that measurement, Sadar?
Yeah, well that's Fireball. I was thinking I might Flame Strike these fools.
Well, that's also Flame
Okay.
Strike.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot! You're too far up the thing. Okay, if I make it this small, shoot. Okay. I am trying to. There we go. Okay, so we added turn there. We're gonna add turn here. Add
Tears
turn there.
stuff on my ship.
Add turn there. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn.
There we go.
Add turn and add turn. Okay. All right. So 19.2. Sadar, you got a 20. Paimon has a 22. Lurdovox is a 21. Excuse me while I get some dice for a second. Oh, good. They're all in here.
All right.
Oh, that's right. I don't have a die tower anymore. I guess we're just going to have to improvise. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Not gonna lie, this is
Clara
a really dynamic map.
has a 5.
You got
I'm
these
sorry, 2 of the maps look much better than one of them.
Well, I mean, two of them are clearly like from a book or something, and then one of them's like, one of them's just drawn wholesale by itself. Kind of like the middle one the best.
Robnar. Okay, you got a 24.
Robnar doing good.
Mhm.
I mean, if he's a barbarian, he
All
gets
right.
advantage on those. So
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, no, Robnar's not a barbarian. He's just
okay.
a strength-based rogue.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's a strength rogue.
He's a
Yeah.
strogue.
He's Strogue. He
All
also has
right.
a stroke. He had a
I
stroke,
had him
and he
down as
never really
fighter.
recovered.
Gretchen
Snark.
has a
Oh.
18. Assassin Giff. All right.
Well, that's who the two
Okay.
cloak boys
Well,
are.
they
Okay.
got blasted. So, well, I mean, I guess one of them already blasted. So they have a 7, and normal gift. They have a what is it? They have a 20.
That's really freaking high. Dang it.
Yeah. Ooh. All right.
Do they move
Now we
after me?
put this into descending.
Do they move
Okay.
before or after me?
Before
Because-
you.
Okay, because
Before
the thing
you.
just sorts them by 20. Okay. Bummer.
All right.
That's not bad enough.
Okay, so combat starts. Brobnar ain't having any of this. You're gonna like tell. Control C, I'm not on select. I'm on. Okay, hold up. I need to do something real quick because that's what I was gonna do. We're gonna make the portal have a purple outline and a blue inside.
Okay.
There we go. There's a portal now.
Ah,
It's a select. Brobnar ain't having any of this. Do you want to tell him any sort of plan or?
I'll tell them just keep them close together.
Brobnar,
Yeah.
just nods his head, understands the situation.
Yeah.
From 10, 15.
Gretchen is actually between tiles right now.
Yeah.
I did not notice that.
And then he's just gonna go on and bash the Giff. And okay, excuse me for a second. Can you see? Yep, Brobnar misses.
Wow. Giff has terrible AC.
Well, if this was that type of
Well, yeah, but under
no,
normal
Brobnar just rolled trash.
Oh wait. Oh, are you kidding me? I can just do that? Oh, I didn't realize that. All right.
All right. Come on.
What?
Some guy is shooting at you. Are you just gonna take that?
Oh fuck no, the shit. Okay, you know what? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is okay, fuck, I was going to do something. I know my bonus action, but okay, so I see this guy shooting at me. So is that right there a window?
That is a window.
Is it open or is it closed?
It is closed. It is nighttime.
It's fuck me. Okay.
Wait. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, time to describe this window. Okay, because it doesn't have glass. Technically, it is always closed and always open. It's okay. So because it's an Adobe style house, it means that the window is supported by one log that's facing parallel to the windowsill, and the other one that's facing perpendicular. That's kind of making a kind of crosshatch.
Ah.
So not dive throughable.
Okay. And can I see if this door is open? Is this like a balcony over here?
That's the door that you just came through.
Oh, okay. So it's like a balcony.
Run, girl!
Yeah. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I have pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do?
Just so you know,
What?
pyrotechnics has to target a fire that already exists, but I imagine there would be torches in here.
Oh shit! Choose an area of non-magical flame. Oh shit! I didn't read that. Okay, never mind.
Well, okay, it is technically magical flame. Remember that heating system that you're paying for? Or at least that's included in like your in your giant bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why you're not getting 1,000 gold a week. Well, that's magical.
Take a motherfucking. Okay, shit. Okay. So what I am going to do.
She's swearing like somebody who's worked at Disney World all day.
Bro, let me fucking tell you the shit that I have to deal with.
You ever heard the term swearing like a sailor? They got nothing on park employees.
You fucking man. Behind the scenes. Okay, so is it any kind of action to take out a random bomb from my bag?
No,
And
it
light
is
it.
not.
Okay, I'm gonna take out a random bomb from my bag and light it.
All right, random bomb. Rolling that. Do
One
you
time.
enjoy
Wheel
This is
of
basically-
explosives.
This is basically the wild magic of this campaign.
Oh, yeah.
The wheel of wild magic.
This thing wants to security. No, not now, McAfee. You can do that later. Okay, all right. From your gloves, you can identify that this is in fact a razor bomb. It is a bomb that shoots out razors.
Ouch.
Oh yeah, bro.
Well, that's
Spicy bomb.
rude.
Okay.
Light them to bits.
Okay. So I'm literally just going to drop it where I am, and then I am going to Misty Step the fuck out of there.
All right. So you want to go to the other building roof, or where do you want to go?
Like right over here.
I mean, anywhere within 30 feet of you is like anywhere on this map, so.
Yeah, like right over here, so I'm like away. Yeah, right over here. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh yeah, she can move hers. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now for damage. Roll me 3d8 and plus what? Dexterity modifier.
My dex modifier. Okay. 5. Motherfucking shit. Okay.
Ooh, not a single roll above a 5. All right. So the bomb goes off as shards of razors just cut through this guy, dealing 14 points of slashing damage. And that is your turn.
Yes.
Lurdafox, your go.
Joey.
Joey?
Oh my fucking god, I'm fucking dead.
Apparently I was muted.
Oh.
All right, since I can't move myself, I will just have to make...
All right. Just make a gesture with the ruler.
Yeah. So, I want to... So, 15-foot cone, guys. What do you think? I can do a couple of them, so...
If you go over here, you can get more people.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, never mind.
Yeah.
Right there.
I'm trying to think of the best way to hit
You get all three of them if you went to right there. Or from there.
Yeah.
You can get those.
Yeah,
well, you might not be able to get them. You can definitely get those three. From
You could get all 4 of these guys. From right
from
where
where?
you are, in fact.
Wait.
no,
Is it 15 foot like shooting, or is it 15 foot like wide?
It
It's
is
a cone.
15 foot long, and it is 15 feet wide at the edge.
Ah, at the edge. Okay.
Okay, so that's my
A
limit.
triangle.
Good.
All right.
You'd be able to get 3 of them, it looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, and then, and then I would just have to step forward a little bit if I want to get the last 2.
Yeah,
all right. Because I can attack multiple times a turn.
Yeah, you a monk.
Right.
All right. So, yes, I will mind blast all these guys, all while demanding. Let me just look at what the numbers were again, because I know I wrote this down somewhere.
Mind blast is an action, so you use that, and then because you didn't spend a key point as part of your action, you can't make an unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Yeah, I know. I was just checking what the DC was again.
It is
because they have to roll an intelligence saving throw, so that is
it's your intelligence modifier.
Yeah, and okay. So
So you move
11. Yes.
You move here.
No.
What?
No, he doesn't move anywhere.
Yeah.
He's not moving anywhere.
I don't move now. Gotcha. I attack these guys with mind blast.
So at minimum,
yeah.
So what's your intelligence modifier?
3, and then that's a +8, so that's 11, right?
And your proficiency bonus, that's a 15.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, DC 15 intelligence saves from those 3 guys.
Yeah.
All right, DC 15. Okay,
and
let's go
and this effect is save or suck.
All right, so we're going this one first.
Yep.
All right, hold up. Okay, so other sheet of paper. I was looking at the bag of bombs again. I was like, that's not going to help me. Okay, so intelligence.
Yep.
All right. First one passes with a 19. This guy, he got a 13, so he fails.
Okay.
All right.
He takes 2d6 psychic damage and is stunned until the start of his next turn.
I'll just go ahead and roll the. Okay,
Dang, this is
6
going to be my
damage for all the guys who get stunned.
killer device. Okay, the third one got a 15.
All right.
Meat goes to the attacker, so he fails.
Here's the thing. I'm just like, they don't have any bonuses to intelligence. This is just straight up die roll. They're just lucky.
That's funny.
So yeah, these guys here are stunned until the start of Lurdovox's next turn.
Yep,
right.
and
since that's what that feature is supposed to say. It says their next turn, but it's supposed to say your next turn because otherwise it's kind of worthless.
Yeah. Since I can attack twice, I will move to the square in front of me.
Okay.
No, you that uses your entire action to do that, not one of your attacks.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the Dragonborn breath weapon where you can replace an attack with it.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll stay back then.
Okay.
I demand compensation for my destroyed cast irons.
Okay.
Flailing around.
Give me a second while I put up yellow with a blue background to show that these 2. Wait, no, not this one.
No, it's this one, and this one. It's
Yeah.
these 2 that
Give
have
me a
this fun.
second. Why can't I? There we go. All right, pick that up.
Or guys have a Pokemon stat. They have a status condition.
They're paralyzed. No, they're not paralyzed.
They're stunned.
Yeah.
They flinched.
Yeah, they flinched. Exactly, they flinched because they lose their turn.
Yep. I caused them to flinch.
All right.
I used bite.
Giff. It is their turn.
Yes.
More accurately, Lurdovox is just holding a King's Rock because like everything he does can flinch.
Okay. All right.
Why isn't there a psychic type move that can cause flinching?
Know that there's a bunch that can
Oh.
cause confusion.
Yeah, but why isn't there one that can cause flinching?
I don't know. I always
Because
thought it
that's
was weird
dedicated
that
to a
disable
move.
wasn't a psychic type move.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways.
Ah.
That's neither
All
here nor
right. Excuse me while I look at direction. All right. Okay. So that's roughly. Yeah, that's in range. We're just gonna go from left to right. Okay. So this Giff right here, he's gonna throw what looks to be a grenade at the both of you.
Oh, they don't want to kidnap her. They want her dead.
Well, make a dex save to find out.
21.
21. I'm just rolling for this game around. All right. So does he? Okay. Now time to figure out if he has any more of these. He has more of them. Okay. So a burst of static energy just stretches forth from when this grenade explodes, as it sends a shock wave of electricity through. I guess not really through the ground, but it does come with a blast. And Clara, just what is the best word to describe this situation that doesn't immediately infuriate you?
Is knocked out.
We're knocked out might not be the best word. We're paralyzed is too strong of a word.
Tased. Effectively, she's tased.
There we go. She is effectively tased.
Does this make any noise?
They tased a child. Kill them, Mantis.
Right.
Does this make any noise?
Yes, it does make noise.
Is it loud enough for a passive perception 21 to pick it up from outside on the main deck?
Why are you on the main deck? It's like 2 a.m.
Because he's a big dragon.
He's a large creature. There's no way he can.
I don't think he's large
to the cruise
just
quarters
yet. I don't think he's large just yet. But...
You know what? I don't like this guy. Before this guy's turn, I'm going to use my reaction to quick draw.
All right.
So he needs to make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics check. Oh, no!
Did he crit?
He got a crit.
Okay, so I roll at disadvantage. It's fine. Disadvantage with my lightning launcher, of course, because... Oh, that's a nat 1. Fantastic.
No.
But it still makes even more noise.
So wait a second. That was a nat 20. That was a nat 20, so it overrides the disadvantage.
Ooh.
What was the nat 20? The 29?
The 29 was a nat 20. That overrides disadvantage.
Oh, it is.
That overrides disadvantage. I just lose the crit, so he takes 12 lightning damage.
That makes the
Does he gotta make any saving throws, or
no? It just deals damage.
The second one is a bit perturbed at you, but this one is still gonna.
Yeah. As the grenade goes off, Ticker, you see like the lightning fly out, and Ticker like harnesses Ticker pulls the lightning from the grenade that would have stunned him into his claw, and throws it at the other Giff.
Oh, you yelled at his ass.
Okay. Should I have Cerberus roll for initiative now or later? Because he would hear all this noise going on and then go to investigate.
He will arrive in roughly. We're going to say. Wait. Would your character care if there's a random fight?
Well, it's a whole lot of noise popping off at the middle of the night. He's going to investigate what the noise is.
At least see what it is.
Okay.
If it's nothing to worry about, then it's nothing to worry about. But if it's something to worry about, then it's something to worry about.
Okay, but yeah, you can roll for it now. We are going to represent your dragon with this other character that we've used once, but
11.
I still have it. Okay, you got an 11 in the initiative, Excuse me while I roll for his stat.
And remember that Cerberus is a large creature.
Actually, I don't
Yeah.
think he's
All
large
right.
just yet. Let me
Oh
double
yeah, he's
check
not
what-
quite yet a large creature. You're right.
We're using this. You better be okay with it because you're not getting another one.
That works just fine. Alright, he's
Fair
medium
enough.
right now. I have to be level 11
Level
to
10.
be large. Level 10 to be
10th
large.
level.
Either way, 10th.
Ah.
Okay, so he's medium at the current moment.
I was
Oh,
mistaken.
shoot. Okay. That adds some confusion now. And it would have been a very sneaky thing, but now I don't need to do that sneaky thing anymore. So you approach the door, and you realize that there is a gift behind it, a very large one.
Lovely.
All right.
Big gift brute.
Yeah. Okay, so it's still like these two tiny gifts turns.
Yeah. It's still the other
this-
gift's turn because
Yeah.
This one's gonna go over, and he's just gonna use an object interaction to just kind of like.
I'm pretty sure that's not an object interaction. I'm pretty sure that's a grapple.
No. It's like, what is it? Is to use rope to tie Clara.
Okay.
That is an object interaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Annoying, but fair.
Yes. The second gift, he's got a job to do, and as much as he'd like to shoot you at the moment, he is going to go over here, grapple Clara, who fails because she is tased,
She's stunned, so
stunned,
I assume that's
picks
the
up
position.
Clara, yes,
Oh no.
and then dashes, bonus action
Of
dashes
course.
into the portal.
Before I even get to move. Dang it.
Oh,
It's weird how this all turned out.
Yeah.
All right.
This other guy's life is forfeit, so
Yeah. Excuse me for a second while I add little
Purple.
dragon boy with a stat of 11, and then
And big guy.
okay, not this round, but next round it will be applied. Okay, go past that. Sadar.
Don't forget,
Shoot,
all
what have I
these
done?
gifts.
The other gift.
I'm fine
other
with
gift-
them forfeiting their turn this round.
All right. This one.
Which one?
These ones don't have the nice bombs. They have the worst ones. This one, wait, I don't make an attack roll for this. But yes, so one is being tossed in between you two. Each of you
lovely.
make a dex save.
missiles!
Does this guy have any more bombs? He does not have any more bombs.
Wait. Are you using deflect missiles to try and throw the
The bomb back at
grenade
him?
thing
Hell
back
yeah.
at him? How would that work?
So
quite easily.
normally I'd say this isn't a ranged attack, but like it kind of is.
It's being tossed.
It's a save. It doesn't.
Like-
the stats on
like-
it don't say any sort of. What is it? I feel like it would explode in the air. I think that's what it's trying to go for. So the moment that it gets
okay.
close to you, it might do that. But we're gonna say C. What was the deflection rules state again?
Let me look that up actually.
He reduces
detect-
damage of a ranged attack. If he reduces it to 0, he can throw it back.
I mean, you could certainly try, but
Well,
All
you
right.
could do it if you had to save and then to the deflect missiles, and if he passed the save and the deflect missiles drops it to 0, the bomb actually doesn't go off and he chucks it back and it goes off back over where the Giff are. That's how you could do it.
Well, to my martial arts.
Here's my save, 16.
Okay, monk level martial arts.
ooh, you take half as
Oh, wait
much
a second.
damage.
I just remembered about. Actually, it doesn't matter because he doesn't have melee attacks. Never mind. Clink doesn't have any melee attacks. He can't make an
Yeah.
opportunity attack.
Yeah.
I use my massive tower shield to block
Alright.
half the blast.
You have a tower shield?
Yeah.
What were we rolling?
Dex save.
Dex save.
All right. Sorry, I got distracted trying to figure out how deflect missiles works, and since it sounds like it wasn't going to work anyway, that's fine.
11.
How
All
does the
right.
Oh
Harbinger do
wait,
better than
add
the
3
monk?
more to that. Sorry, that was a save. I have.
Yeah,
I have
like how does the
proficiency.
Harbinger do better than the monk on a deck save?
Yeah.
4 more to that actually, because
Wait, why is
what's your
yeah.
dexterity modifier?
Yeah, it's 3. Why is that a
Well,
6 on my saves?
Yeah, it should be a 7.
Yeah.
It should be 7 because you have
Uh,
proficiency because you're a monk.
Okay, well now
So
I'm
8
confused
and
as to what
7
your stats are.
is
15. Lord of Monk's
15?
got a 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Whoops, that's
meet
my
the
bad.
save. The save is 15. So
All right.
both of you take half damage from this.
Which means Lord of
Um,
Mox takes no damage because he has evasion.
Yeah. All
right.
right. 11 plus 8. 19.
compensate me for my cast irons.
All right. Sidar, you take 9 points of thunder damage.
Is that already halved?
Yes, it
Okay.
was 19.
Oof.
Woof.
All right. Other Giff. All right. Do it again.
He's going to throw another grenade.
Well, a different one is going to throw his first grenade. He doesn't have any more.
All right. So
This is another deck save.
Yeah.
Oh, non-natural 20.
Yeah. Half damage.
all right, give me the half damage because of evasion.
No.
Wait. What did you roll?
Well, he failed with a 10.
Oh,
He has
wait.
evasion,
Okay,
means
you
he
rolled the
fails
10.
half.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
I was waiting
Because
for
he's a
like
monk, he fails for
Sadar
half
and then
succeeds for
Livervox's
none.
thing would have
So
happened.
I
Okay,
fail
both
for
of you
full
get
and
halved.
for half.
Right.
So at this rate, we're going to keep both taking half. But if he succeeds, it's going to be I take half,
Each of you
take
take
none.
7 damage, 7 more thunder damage each as another bomb goes off.
Lovely.
And then the third one, he's in melee range, so that would be a terrible idea. So he's actually just going to try and hit Brobnar. All right. Plus 8. Yeah, that beats. What is it? Okay, so Brobnar is going to be taking a bit of damage. He will be taking 14, 19 points of slashing damage as the bayonet of the gun that he has at the moment. Okay, to imagine these guns. Okay, so the bayonet they have isn't like a typical one. It's instead like an axe head, and they're using it like an axe.
Okay.
All right.
They have axe bayonets. Cool.
Yes.
Lovely.
Makes it hard to aim.
Yeah. I mean, unless you Davy Crockett this situation, which they are kind of doing that.
Well, I mean, I'm saying it makes it kind of hard to aim because putting an axe head on the end of your gun puts a lot of weight towards the barrel, which makes it always droop down.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
But they're also giant hippo people, so they have the strength to offset that.
This is true.
Yeah. Just still makes it an awkward weapon to use.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hippo people. They're already awkward. Have you seen, like, half of them show them with normal shoes, but what the only official picture of a GIF has them, like, just have normal hippo feet, so they don't even have toes. All right, Ticker, it's your turn.
Whoa, you just skipped me.
Oh, wait, Sadar, give me a second. Sadar, your turn.
Okay, first, I moved to here.
You
Yeah,
move here. Oh,
yes, please.
This spot.
Please.
All 4 of these guys need to make con saves from just being in my magnanimous necrotic presence.
Freaking, you gotta do the saves. They're good at.
DC 18 Constitution saving throws.
All right, first one. Yeah, he fails.
Okay,
Second one. He also fails. Now they're rolling poor. Third one fails. Same number as the first one. Fourth one fails.
They all take 5
Fifth
necrotic
one
damage. They all take 5 necrotic damage.
succeeds. Okay.
Okay, so he has one pass. If he gets 2 in a row, he's immune to the effect.
That was the.
But he has to be in row.
I think that was the 5th one. He didn't have to
Oh,
make a
5th
save.
one's not in range.
Oh, okay. The guy who succeeds didn't even have to make one. Okay, so the rest of them take 5.
They all take
All right.
5 necrotic damage. And now, I cast Flame Strike and get all these suckers. They need to make a DC 18 Dex save.
And the 2 stunned ones
Okay.
auto fail.
Or
Yeah. The 2 stun ones auto fail. I'm
12
busy
DC.
doing.
I
Okay.
don't have any
Hold up.
entry points.
Okay, we're gonna put that
A
over
little
there.
girl got kidnapped. Now we're
Oh.
rolling good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom! I just raise myself and be like, "Begone, heathens!" And
All
tap
right.
the staff on
Big
the
one
ground, and
has
a column of
this
just bright
many.
radiance just incinerates them.
All right. Minus 11. Is he doing the stats at the moment? Okay. There we go. All right. Oh, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so the 2 con saves are the people that need to make them. Wait,
No,
dex saves?
all 5 of them need to make a DC 18 Dex save. But
Okay.
the 2 who are stunned automatically fail and take
Yeah. So I'm not
44
doing them.
damage, mix of
Um,
fire and radiant.
what's the DC again?
18.
18. Okay. All right. Out of the 5 of them, only 1 succeeds.
So the other one will take 22. The other 4 take 44 damage.
All right. Okay. So that goes from that stat to wait. Okay, that one goes from there. All right. They are still up, by the way.
Lovely. I don't think I have anything with bonus action.
And the other one takes 22, meaning that one's at that many hit points.
Actually, as a and then it's free action. I hand Lord of Vox a cookie, a dumpling. We'll make it a dumpling because that's what we were cooking all day long.
Yeah.
Okay. Dumpling
snack dumpling.
passed. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All
Lord
right,
of Vox,
Tigger.
okay. Lord of Vox, if
It's
you eat that
finally your
dumpling,
turn.
as a bonus action, you'll get 4 temp HP.
So, Ticker runs towards this guy and throws a punch with the gauntlet that he's wearing on the one hand. I'm gonna upcast Thunder Wave to 3rd level. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 18.
As you knock him out the window.
What?
Well, there are no windows in this room,
Yeah,
but
but I'm
there
still
is
gonna
about to be.
There's about to be.
Yeah.
Cerberus is gonna be like, "What's this noise?" Oh, look, there's a giant hippo man. He's gonna see another one just come flying through the wall.
Yeah. So, hey, John, remember when you said you weren't going to make a lot of noise?
Yeah, that's the whole crew is awake now, by the way, because that emits a thunderous crash that can be heard for 300 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, these boys might about. I have to decide between bite attack and thunderous breath weapon.
Whichever one kills the most.
So what do you roll on his
AOE?
con save?
Well, okay, I told you he failed. He rolled
he
a
did.
16.
Okay. So he is knocked back 15 feet.
Through the wall.
Right. 5, 10. Okay, Okay, I'm going to make an integrity check for the wall.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right.
How sturdy is my ship?
Turns out not very sturdy.
Damn.
As he goes through another layer of wall, a layer of wall taking. Okay, roll your damage dice and add. Okay, so is it a D6 for each floor that you fall down for every 10
Yes,
feet?
it is a d6 for each 10 feet.
Okay, roll me an extra D6 to that damage.
He takes 23 damage.
All right, 23 points of damage as you punch a Giff through a wall.
Yeah.
Stop blowing holes in my ship!
So I'm gonna roll a d100 here to see what Tinker does.
All right.
52.
Yeah, that's
It's pretty
Yeah,
mid.
I shouldn't do that. Okay. So that was effectively me flipping a coin just to do the whole flip a coin and see which you actually want to do. So Ticker is not stupid enough to run through that portal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clink, however, is going to go through that portal. It is his turn right after Ticker's. So Clink
Yeah.
would be, in this sort of area if he's not on the map, but he can fly through the portal.
I need. Okay, that's another thing I gotta put in. Gotta make a character token for Click. This is what we get for not playing combat for so much.
If you want a robot dragon, there's a book called crap, I can't remember what it's called,
Well,
but it's
there's also
one of the
part
Heroes of
like
Olympus
the-
books, and it has a steampunk
Festus.
dragon on it. Yeah, Festus.
I love Festus.
Yeah, Festus is great. I mean, he's way bigger than Clink, but
Yeah. Way bigger.
Right.
Festus is like a huge creature. Clink is a tiny creature.
yeah. But Festus has a feature that Clink doesn't
Oh, wait.
have.
There's this token.
Fold into a
We
brief.
forgot to.
I thought that was
represent
named
it.
Argus.
No, the Argo was the name of their ship that Festus
Oh.
eventually became, but
There we go.
yeah,
There's
Festus.
the giant turtle.
Because
Yeah.
there was a joke
Okay,
about it.
yeah.
Festus is Latin for happy, so they're riding to battle on Happy the Dragon.
Yep.
Poor Leo.
All right.
So
First
yeah,
book
and
was
after Clink flies through, he is going to make. He opens his jaws and fires a bolt of magical force at the Giff that's carrying Clara.
Okay, I guess. Roll for that.
Yeah, I will. Let's see, that's plus 10 to hit because it's my spell attack modifier. Oh, wonderful.
A good boy, Brad.
Which means that this is on par. Okay, give me a quick second while I switch from Optics Legacy to Optics so that it doesn't do.
Does a 14 hit?
All right, I'm back. We're on Optics now, so that
Okay.
my thing won't crash as well.
Yes. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not hit.
Okay, so that's Clink's turn. That's all he can really do.
Oh no, Clink.
Yeah, Clink will get destroyed from this because he was kind of stupid enough to do that, but
I
like that's literally his job is to do that.
He's
so...
literally doing his job, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Gretchen. Gretchen is gonna do her thing, and she.
Oh shit.
Brad's
died.
computer crashed.
Oh yeah.
Ha! Loser.
There he's back.
Brad's back.
Hey, Brad. Okay, for a second I thought it was me that got out for some reason. But yes, Gretchen is does what she does best. She is going to listen. She pulls out a couple of strange vials in her bag as she takes two of them. One that is that of a crimson red, not like a healing potion, but the other, and another one that is of a bright orange. Takes both of them together. It's in one big bottle and swishes the concoction around and throws it, effectively casting fireball.
Fair enough.
Well,
All
yes,
right.
Guess what? Two of them
Let's
auto-failed their saves again.
stack all the deck save spells on these schmucks.
2 of them are dying.
Well, probably, given that they just
Yeah.
took 44
They-
damage and they're about to take a whole
They
bunch
just
more.
took 44 damage and now they're taking 8d6 fire damage.
Yep.
Yeah. I
Um,
assume the weather is clear.
44 points of fire damage.
Ouch. Yeah, they're
They just barely die, except for what is it?
88 and 5.
This one, wait, and this one.
All right.
I mean, these two took 93 damage this round.
Yeah.
In one round, they've been annihilated.
Pow, pow, pow.
We couldn't do anything and we got attacked. We're just doing our jobs, man.
All right.
Yeah, screw them.
All right.
Alright.
Okay.
Whoever is seeing this other Giff come flying through the wall, and Ticker basically standing there in that very pissed off.
I thought
Angry
this.
insect.
He's gonna be like, "You're not supposed to
Oh
be
shoot!
here."
I forgot to add a turn for this guy. Well, actually, okay, you and big guy can't act this turn
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
because
They
this
still
is
gonna be
really
like-
just in response. That
Yeah.
it's like this turn
You-
you just say, "Oh, okay then."
Yeah,
this
he's
whole
gonna
You still see
situation
the you
effectively
still see
has
the
a
one
surprise
Giff come
round
flying
on
through the wall.
he's gonna turn to the two Giff people and be like, "You're not supposed to be here."
Ticker can
"Ooh, something about
also
this."
say sound the alarm.
All right.
Sound the alarm,
okay,
Cerberus.
so
Yeah.
Okay, he lets out a.
I mean, the
A
alarm
very
was already
loud-
sounded 300 foot away, thunderous
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
sapphire
Harry's
head will
somewhere
roar.
else in the city and just watched the
Sapphire
building
of the three
explode and-
heads will make a
and
very loud
probably
noise.
heard a crackle.
So all right, so we're just gonna skip that interaction for now. Maddie, things are affecting you now.
Really? How?
All right, so what is it? This one in the back. He takes a look over, realizes that nothing's over there, so he calls to the other guy, and they're just trying to get information of where you went, and so he just struts through here and just sees you in the distance,
Shit. Okay.
and he's gonna take a shot at you. All right. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, it hits.
Okay, because I've realized I've given you guys like stats, and I don't know what your stats are anymore. Okay, we're going to
Yeah, I got
roll.
a 16. My AC is 16.
Okay, so 5, 10, 17, 23 plus 5. You take 28 points of piercing damage as a bullet just hits you in the side.
Ow.
And then
You
what is
said
it?
28?
28. And
28,
then another
okay.
gift is figures out where you are due to locational awareness. And he's gonna try firing as well. He misses. Unless your AC is like 10. And
No.
Okay.
No, thank God.
Which means
Okay.
back to the top. Brobnar does his thing. He gets out the cudgel.
Gets out the big
He gets a hit this time.
We're gonna cudgel them.
Oh wait, no, the other guy's just dead because it doesn't matter what amount of damage happens. It's with the amount of damage dice that Brobnar gets, there's no way that this one gift could possibly live. So
He's dead.
Which means Paimon, your turn again.
Yeah.
Shit, okay. Okay. I totally forgot to do what I wanted to do. Okay. So
Oh shoot!
how
Hold
far
up.
can I
They were
lob
at
a
20.
Aha, I can throw it 60 feet. So who do I want to throw it at? Okay, how far is this motherfucker? Let's see.
45.
45. Okay. Alright. Or do I want to throw it at the other guy? Okay, so what I am going to do, I'll just throw it at this guy. Okay, I'm going to take out another random bomb.
Roll that.
Roll that dice.
Please don't be another love bomb.
I stopped for a
67.
second.
You have chosen the death bomb.
Fuck yeah, bitch. Okay.
It's a bomb that deals necrotic damage.
Okay, I'm doing this guy right there, the closest guy.
All right. Roll to hit.
Okay, it's the same thing as last time, right?
Yeah.
3d8 plus 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh! Okay,
22 points of of necrotic damage, and he
Can't
cannot
regain hit points.
regain hit points.
Oh, wait a second.
A misty step another
4
30
people
feet
are
away.
killed.
All right, you're going
Wow.
off the screen.
Yeah, I'm going off the
I
screen.
get 4 entry.
Right. You are officially out of combat, and so are technically these two.
Okay.
So Paimon got away.
As
Mhm.
Paimon disappears
I didn't
into the
blow
night.
up anything.
All right, which means the next turn goes to Lurdovox.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do,
I have-
Lurdovox?
There's one
I
guy
have
left.
more than enough speed to run over and kick this guy's ass. So I'm gonna go over to him
Alright.
and dish out.
You could leisurely walk over to him.
Yep.
I'm
I'm gonna step
Oh.
over to him and dish out a. Why can I not read my own handwriting?
Dish out a serving of cephalopod justice.
Yeah. I serve out a melee fist to the face. How about another one? Because I'm pretty sure that failed.
Yeah, that failed.
Oh, well, you're a monk. You can make a whole ton of them.
Yep. Okay, and with that one,
That one hits.
yeah,
Is
and
it time for him to make a con save?
what do you mean?
You can spend 1 key point to force them to make a con save. On a failed saving throw, they are stunned.
Well, I mean, I could do that, or flurry of blows.
You can do that and flurry of blows.
I can do both, really?
Yeah.
Yes,
As long as you
Yeah.
get the key points, yes.
All right, I guess I'll do that. Let me just.
In fact, you can use Stunning Strike as many times a turn as you want to. As
you
long
can
as
study
you have the
strike
key
on all
points.
flurry of blows. So if he's not stunned on your current fist, then when your flurry of blows, you could keep trying.
If I'm
to
not
stun him.
mistaken, flurry of blows, I just roll my attack 2 more times, right?
Yep. You just get 2 more
The
attacks.
calculator
As
lied
a
to
bonus
me.
action.
All right, so I'm assuming only 2 of my attacks hit.
Only 2 of your attacks hit.
All right, that's fine. I'll just roll the damage for both of them.
So
Plus 3.
So 1 con save.
Wait. No, that's
He
supposed to be
succeeds.
plus my proficiency, right?
Well, yeah, those are
My
supposed to
da-
add your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, my
I mean,
damage?
no, your damage
your
doesn't
damage,
add
no.
proficiency.
Okay, I
Just
was
your
just double
dexterity
checking.
modifier.
I was just. Oh, okay. That's why it's a 3. Okay. All right. All right. 4 and 7, so a
11
total of
damage.
11 damage, and
All right.
make me a con save.
And then if he succeeds that
they
con save, he's-
succeeded.
Okay,
Oh.
he has to make another one.
Make another one.
He fails the second one.
All
Alright,
right.
you spent a total of 3 key points this turn, Joey.
Yep.
And he is
All
stunned
right.
until the start of Lurdovox's next turn.
Ooh, does he live though?
Which he won't.
Yeah, he lives.
Oh, okay.
Well, no.
He's made like both. What is it? Like both fire-related deck saves.
Yeah, but now he's stunned, so he doesn't
Yeah.
get
He's
his
stunned, and
he
I
doesn't
have
get
10
his
hit
turn.
points. Yep.
All right. Left to right again. Okay. He just gets up.
Yeah.
and
So,
he-
by the way, just to describe, you just watched this cephalopod dude, who you didn't know could fight, just walk up and absolutely bust this guy's chops with his bare hands.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. There's,
all right. This Giff just walks out of the rubble, and then just dashes towards you. as he swipes at you with his axe
Okay.
blade. Okay, first one does a 22 hit.
Not when I cast shield, it doesn't.
Okay, are you casting shield?
Yes.
Okay,
So my AC
and then
is 24 for the rest of the round.
all right, so that
Nice.
means meets beats, right?
Yes.
Okay, the second one hits,
Jeez.
dealing. Ugh. They have +8 to the roll.
I know, but still, that's a pretty high roll, even with +8.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm still a
All right.
16 on the die.
Yeah. What was that? Okay, you will be taking 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And that is that guy's turn, which means, this guy.
He
He's
doesn't
stunned.
get a turn, he's stunned.
He doesn't get a turn. Wait. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
Cigar,
he
it
needs
is
to
your
do.
turn.
He needs to
he
make
got,
another
he got his
con
face
save.
beat in and he's stunned.
And on that con save, I'm going to spend an entropy point and impose a -1 penalty.
To what?
His
He needs to
con
make a
save.
con save against my death
Oh.
throw, and I'm spending an
Oh,
entropy point
okay.
to impose a -1 penalty to that con save.
Okay, so he's got to make another con save.
With a -1
That
penalty.
is cocked. Alright, so 7 plus 5 minus 1.
It's a fail. He takes another 5 necrotic damage.
He takes 5 necrotic damage.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive because
Okay, how's
he's
he
actually
looking?
got he is looking bad. He is below a third of his health.
Below a third. Ooh. Do I use last breath and drown him, or do I do something else?
Why don't we go sadistic with it? You can last breath him.
Okay, I cast.
Drown him in the desert! Do to him what Theron could not.
I move up to here. I move to there. And I cast Last Breath. He needs to make another con save, but I'm going to spend all my entropy on this that I have left. He has a -3 penalty to this one.
Plus the -1 from earlier?
No, that was just to one save.
Oh,
So he has
okay.
-3.
Okay, 7 plus 5 minus 3, so he got a 9.
That's a fail. He's going to take 1d8 cold damage
You
right
can upcast
now.
Last Breath if you want to.
It's not in the page on it.
Oh, you can't? Okay, never mind. Never mind. I thought you could upcast it.
And he is holding his breath now.
Add a damage die to that.
Okay. 2d8. He takes 8 cold damage, and he is now
Great.
considered holding his breath.
Oh.
He can hold his breath for 1 plus Constitution modifier minutes, minimum of 30 seconds, and he will begin choking.
Okay.
And it's also
is that
like
just your turn?
it's also like what's the effect? Witch Bolt. He can just deal more damage to this guy automatically every turn.
Okay.
He's
Ticker.
starting to drown.
Wish I could
You
just
started to
knock the
drown.
breath out of him.
Keep
Ticker,
him
it is your
stunned.
turn.
That will help me out.
Okay. Yeah, screw this guy. Let's see what I'm gonna do next.
Damn your gauntlet up his nose. Give him an electric shock straight to his brain.
Maybe. Let's just let's lightning launcher him.
Alright.
So that's a 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
That's 11 lightning damage.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna shoot him with my other attack.
Okay. Wait. Don't you have your shooting, right?
Yeah. But my pistol doesn't have a stock, so I don't have disadvantage.
Okay. All right, 22 to hit and 13 piercing damage. So, yeah.
More damage to him. And then end of my turn would be the beginning of. Oh yeah. Also, the Giff on the ship probably would have been moving before me. The Giff through the portal.
Wait, which one?
Wherever that
land
portal
went-
comes out to, which I don't know because
Oh,
Clink is the only one who went through there.
all right. Okay. Oh, I didn't expect you to go through it. Okay,
Yeah, because
so,
that's Clink's job.
all right.
I assume it leads to the enemy ship, but I don't know that because Clink was the only one who went through there, and I can only telepathically communicate with Clink if he's within 120 feet of me.
All right, how much
Which he
HP
currently is
does
not.
Clink have?
12.
Well, with the portal
Oh,
there, wouldn't
no.
that mean he's in 120 feet?
Unless
No.
I
Portal being
rolled
there?
very poorly, I think he just dies. What's his ace?
Not great.
Okay.
I think it's.
So- All right. But okay, so I got a 15 and a 23.
Yeah, both those
Straight
hits.
down.
Okay. All right.
Just for poignancy, can we have his like broken form fly back through the
At least-
portal?
At least a piece of him, like his head or something.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that sounds like eventful, but yes. So, so with the first strike of the thing, Clara witnesses as like most of Tink's body just breaks apart up until like a singular wing and the head just start flying as it just kind of just drifts back out of the portal onto the thing.
Yeah.
As it just is explode the right word? Does Tink explode?
Clink probably would explode. Yeah.
Or
Like very mildly, like a very like just a
Like a
of
little
magical energy being released.
Yeah, because this gift just
Yeah.
it did a lot of
Yeah,
damage.
Clink was obviously destroyed, but that's Clink's job, so
He did his job.
he did his
A
job.
true
Not well,
American
but he
hero.
did it. No one can say he didn't try. F's in chat for Clink, everyone.
I can rebuild him.
I already put the F in chat.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
all right. Oh, what was I doing now? Okay, so that is Ticker's turn. Gretchen is. Well, there's only one person left. Gretchen is just gonna.
Yeah, well, I did tell everyone that I've got him, but I just need him. Basically, learn what and
Gretchen
Okay.
doesn't speak common.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But also, I have this guy's throat in my hands.
All right. I guess Gretchen, seeing you have this handled, is just going to run inside the burning building because she has stuff in there.
Lovely.
All right, big boy. Big boy. So, shoot. Okay, where is? Did I put it in recurring NPCs? I did. Okay. So, Ticker, in the distance, you can hear what is the sound of a hawk, as those footsteps that you have heard several times before. Just
Kung, kung, kung.
no. It's like it's not Skirvo. It's
No.
Mercenary.
I was trying to do the mercenary. Isn't he
Oh,
covered
this
like head
big
to toe
boy
in heavy
here is
armor?
about
yes, but it's like
This-
it's like a
boy's
little
about
bit
to
of a
get
clink.
squished between a dragon and a mercenary.
Yeah, because Skirvo's a lot more subtle than that, despite how mechanical he is.
Shoot, what's the name of the dragon again?
Cerberus.
Cerberus.
All right, Cerberus. You notice that that the very scary fellow next to you. Actually, I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Brightened is wisdom saving, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me
Okay.
just make sure I don't have anything that helps with that. Well, since we're on the same side, would it not apply?
You have advantage. He's
Oh,
still a very scary person.
Okay,
Yeah.
because if it's anything like a Conquest Paladins or a Fear, it doesn't apply to friendly creatures.
You're terrified of him. So is the other big guy. So
The other
the
big guy.
mercenary pulls out what looks to be a wanted poster. As you look from the wanted poster back to the giant Giff and realize that it's the same person.
Oh, lovely.
The giant Giff is just like, not like this.
He's about to get squashed between the merc.
So
and
the big guy
dragon.
isn't going to do any sort of thing. So he just runs in. He breaks through the door. Actually,
Wait, I'm going to make an opportunity attack.
he breaks through the
holes in my
door
ship.
I do
as
not
he
have Sentinels. We
Kool-Aid
can still
mans
run.
his way through.
Yeah, as he freaking,
Yeah.
as he freaking,
But
oh
as he
yeah,
runs
his
away,
way
I'm
through
going to
my
make an
building.
opportunity attack.
You
There's a non-natural 20 hit.
You do make that at disadvantage
Uh-huh.
because you're frightened.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's only if the other guy's in my line of sight. And since I was looking,
Okay.
would have been looking.
You
more
have
that
3
way.
heads.
You have
Yeah.
3 heads, and also you're a predator. Your line of sight is very large.
Yeah.
True. All right.
11 does
Bummer.
not hit.
Bummer.
But anyways,
I imagine
okay,
it would
the big
hit, it just wouldn't deal any noticeable damage.
yeah. What is it? It's more like a glance. All right, big Giff comes in. He makes an object interaction by picking up smaller guy and rushes his way into the portal.
It's like, we're
Uh,
out of here.
As the portal closes behind you, do you want to make an opportunity attack against either of them?
I will make an opportunity attack against little guy because he's the only one I can realistically take out.
Yeah.
That's another 12 lightning damage.
12 lightning damage. He does look very beaten, but he's still up.
Yeah.
But yes. What is it? Oh, but yes. So then the portal just goes.
Just winks out of existence.
Yeah. And now, this is we're just going to skip until we get back to Sidar's turn.
Yeah.
But
He's choking
isn't
still.
my turn before?
Well, yes, but did you? Sidar told you not to do anything
Oh,
to
no,
him.
keep him
Do you want to
stunned.
go against that?
No. Keep him stunned so he can't do anything.
Yeah.
Is what I told him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but don't I have to actually hit him first?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, you
So-
gotta hit him.
Let me dish out another face palm.
I don't think that's the word that you want.
No, it is.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you face palming?
I introduced my palm to his face.
I think that's called a heel palm strike.
Yeah.
Also called a tiger paw strike.
It's also called a bitch slap.
That
That's
too.
a different kind of move.
Yeah.
But it
yeah,
would still
yeah,
be
there's
the same. It would still be this. It could still be described as that.
This is
Yeah.
true.
All right, yeah, 20
my
hits.
face at the end of the day, my palm is in his face.
Mhm.
His palms are sweaty.
Yeah. Oh, they're so sticky. I've been making dumplings all day. What do you expect? Also, I'm a cephalopod.
Mhm.
Okay,
Something's on his
make me a
sweater
con
already.
save for the make me a con save for the dude.
Does
I better
the
roll the-
-3 still apply or no?
That's I think that's one time for
That's
the one
that's
save.
those are all one time.
Oh, okay.
Also, he takes 4 damage because I hit him in the face.
He got a 17.
That's more.
So
So
that
that'll
passes.
pass.
Summer.
Yeah.
Next attack.
Go again. Oof.
No.
Does he
alright.
have advantage? Because the Giff is you do have advantage because the Giff's still stunned.
Yeah.
No.
So I think,
Yeah.
wait a second.
Wait,
I think
your next turn. It's already your turn.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I think. Let me
he's
check
not
something. Let me
stunned.
check something.
I think it's the end of your
Yeah,
next
it's
turn.
it's the beginning of his next turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Beginning.
Yeah. I was like, no, I don't think I get to reap the benefits of stunning him, but everyone else can,
Well,
which is why you do it.
if you stun him earlier in your turn, you get to reap the benefits of stunning him.
Yeah.
True.
Alright, you got a nat 1. Let's.
Yeah.
Are you going to flurry of blows?
Lucky for you, you got max, so that just means that you miss
So,
instead of accidentally hitting Sidar.
Yeah.
Or you.
You know what? I guess I can dish out a flurry of blows while I'm at it.
Or
Why
accidentally
don't you
tripping
move
yourself.
to right? Why don't you before you do that? Why don't you move to right here, and then you have
Yeah,
flanking
let's
with
do that.
me, and you can't
Alright.
accidentally hit me.
Let's do that.
Just don't punch yourself in the face, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tangled in my tentacles.
Ah.
Blasted things! You've had those things hanging off your face for like 30 years. How are you not used to them?
You never get used to it.
Don't ask questions.
Roll to hit.
With advantage. Okay, at 22.
Yeah. 22,
Yeah.
that hits.
Yeah, both of those hit though.
Well, no, it's advantage, so you roll twice.
Yeah,
Oh,
so the
right.
22 hits.
well,
And
not
that's
Alright,
20.
not 20.
So another
Alright.
3d6 plus 6 damage.
All right.
Are you going to stun him and strike him?
3d6.
Plus 6. Because you hit with 2 attacks.
Alright.
Plus.
The other question is,
Damn it.
are you going to stun and strike on either of those strikes?
I don't think I.
Well, I'm
Is
going
he-
to tell you right now, you actually just kill him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Just
So I
pulverize
just
him while he's slowly drowning.
so Lord of Ox just absolutely beat this man to death.
Yes.
While he was
You
starting
gave
to
him the worst back massage of his life.
Yep.
He's dead now.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to see if I can't find anything to at least pay for replacing our damaged goods. So I'm gonna loot the bodies and then probably try to see if I can't collect some brains from them.
Alright. Okay.
I mean, the guy they just beat to death still has a pretty fresh brain, so it's
Alright.
Combat's over, so
Combat is over.
So, hey, Ticker,
Fireworks
you managed
at
to
this time of day.
I managed
Hey,
to fail
Ticker.
miserably.
not only that, but you also broke my ship twice.
Yeah, but
Hey, hey.
I'm not sure which one I'm more upset about. I'm pretty upset about both of them.
we can fix the ship.
It's the principle of the matter.
I get that, but also just like, but yeah,
Uh,
the rage of the battle just kind of fades. And I'm just gonna say something else for poignancy points. I don't know if that lightning grenade actually like has any heat to it, but just for poignancy points, I want the drawing that Clara made to be singed.
Oh, dude, we got like the cinematic, like he just picks up the finished picture and there's just nothing but pure rage in his eyes.
Yeah.
He just picks up that picture.
Yeah.
And then drops to
Yeah,
his
and
knees.
guess who gets to show up now that combat's all over?
Yeah. Switch to
Freaking
other
Mary,
tree.
who runs right up to Ticker. To tell him about the crazy thing about how the Giff were the ones who tried to assassinate. Do you want me to actually roleplay that, Spencer? Or?
Yeah. We're role playing that because I feel like that is a part worth role playing.
Yeah.
All right. So, probably about 20 minutes after that, I have no idea how long it was going to take Mary to get here. But
we'll say like 5 minutes.
Okay. So, like 5 minutes later, she comes running onto the deck and sees that there's 2 holes in the captain's cabin now.
Yeah. One
Yes.
door that's broken and one window that didn't used to be there.
What the hell happened here?
Tigger doesn't even look up from the picture. I couldn't stop them.
Cerberus will chime in. Where did those, what are they called, Giff come from?
Giff.
Heard a noise and
Giff.
all of a sudden there's one.
Her insight is... I kind of can't help but imagine that Cerberus argues with himself constantly about the pronunciation. It's just...
Both are technically
It's pronounced Giff.
The sapphire one's like, it's Giff. No, I'm wrong. No, it's
the
Actually,
red one in the middle. You're both right. Shut up.
just gets his 2 faces and socks his other 2 faces.
The entry on the GIF actually states that they argue about that themselves, which often devolves into headbutting contests.
I mean, I think it's funny that it's headbutting contests, considering that hippos are more known for trampling things.
Well, yeah, but with GIF, it's headbutting.
Yeah.
Well, if you get 2 hippos charging at each other.
Yeah. Anyways, so she's gonna ling down, and with her frickin' insight, she can just kind of figure out just, oh, I'm sorry.
How did they even
She's
know
gonna
she
pick
was
up the
here?
broken piece. I go over and pick up the broken pieces of clink.
Oh, how did they even know she was here?
She pulls out the thing that she came here to decipher. There was they were the ones who tried to assassinate Belladros. I got this gun off the guy's corpse, and he had this. I thought you might know what to do with it. And she puts the envelope with sealed orders on it. Yeah.
Well, technically unsealed orders.
Yeah, the unsealed orders. It was in a code. I'm sure if we put our heads together, we can figure it out.
Tigger glances at the code in the gun. Then he folds up the picture and puts it in one of the non-bag holding coat pockets.
Yeah.
I had an idea once for a device. Could arc to specific pieces of metal. Let me see that gun.
Here you go. I brought it
Those
here
are charming.
specifically for you to look at.
Cerberus will chime in. I'll leave you to it. I will head up to the Crowsmith to keep an eye out for any other mishappenings.
Python's not gonna like that.
He
Yeah,
walks up once he clears the doorway.
Once she finds out
flies
she's
to the crow's
blind,
nest.
you're ass out of there. That's her spot. You see like a bunch of trash litter everywhere.
Oh,
A bomb maybe
One
like
swipe of his
right
hand.
here.
What is the trash doing up here?
Oh,
What is
Red-
written?
There's like a piece of cheese, like scattered pieces of like molding cheese somewhere.
Yeah, with like one swipe of his hand, he just tosses it all out. Over
You
the
turned
side.
my crow's
Trash.
nest into a rat's nest.
Literal fucking rat.
Your trash is quickly tossed out with one swipe of his hand.
She is going to be so fucking pissed. That is her food. You bitch. That is
What?
Probably
funny.
lands on the
Maybe
ship. deck.
materials.
Probably lands on the ship.
I'll take
deck.
a look.
Oh,
at
your
these.
ass is grass, bro.
But back to the matter at hand.
Yeah. Do you have any idea what kind of codes these guys use?
Do I?
I mean, you deciphered their code before.
Yeah, that's true. I deciphered them once before. He rummages around in his bag in the bag of holding pouch and pulls out the original documents,
Yeah, that has more Claire's
which have Clara's
drawings
drawings on it. I deciphered these. That's how we even knew this attack was going to take place.
What was the cipher? Or was there something you had to do?
I'll explain the cipher. I don't know what it was out of character. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I remember, yeah. So Mary's gonna do that. Figure out the thing because I'm assuming it's the same code.
Yeah, it's the same code.
Meanwhile, I would like to analyze what metals are in this gun, and also how it works.
Yeah.
All right then.
Reverse engineer the gun. Exactly why she brought it back to you.
Yep.
It wouldn't be an arcane check. Would it be a tinkering check?
Tinker's tools check? Because, I mean,
We're-
Tinker's
we're-
tools are gunsmith's tools.
Then that sounds like the thing that we
Okay,
would do.
that's a dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, well, it is what you do know. It is like a typical Giff firearm that's given to like mercenaries that are worth more than their salt. As a melee weapon, it deals, what is it? 3d6 plus 5 slashing damage when you use the axe head at the end of it. And as a ranged weapon, it deals 2d12 plus 2 piercing damage with a short range of 40 to a long range of 120.
Okay. Are there any metals in it that aren't usually found elsewhere?
No.
Okay. Any alloys, anything like that? Like gift-specific alloys?
I didn't do that much. Okay, we're just going to say steel. Not important alloys.
Okay. I was just wondering because you know that thing they have in Rebels where it's like the lightning weapon that specifically lances to Beskar? I was thinking about building one of those, but for the Gift's guns. But since they don't have any metals unique to them, I can't.
Yeah. That is mean, though.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, the grenade is a separate thing.
The grenade, yes, but we don't have any of the grenades.
I can make grenades.
Yeah. But yes. Okay, so you figure out how the gun works. So I was about to say something, but then I realized it'd be kind of useless. Okay, so Mary, after a period of time, you figure out what the cipher is.
Yeah.
What is it? It seems that the pests have figured out our plan. We first must deal with. We must first deal with the individuals that have. Shoot. I didn't write a speech down for this. It felt like this would have been important to do that. We have dealt with the individuals who have uncovered our plan. Well, we need to deal with the individuals that have uncovered
our plans.
Uncovered our plans and have told it to their leader. We listen. As we speak at this moment, a few have been sent to kill their leader, Bellatrix. Without the head, the rest of the body should squirm and wander around with no direction. And a secondary mission. We have been hired by a certain individual to find to find a girl matching this description. Take great care not to harm her. We are being paid a lot of money for this.
Giff
And that's just where it ends.
Lovely.
I don't know how, but they were on to you. They found, and somebody. It almost seems like somebody else hired them to take the kid.
We left behind someone. We had to run. The mercenary, I assume the mercenary is still, present. He'll gesture.
He's present. He is currently looking at the place, like the little bit of blood that's left from his victim. He takes it.
He'll gesture at the mercenary. The mercenary was hunting us down. We had to leave him behind. We meant to go back for him. He would have been one of the only other people that even knew she was in Jazeera.
Says, "What? Jesus, how long has he been standing there?"
He shoves I'm assuming we're at like a table or something, and he just shoves the gun away from him. Unique metals. I can't. My plan won't work. How did they even know she was here? I checked the ship.
Who all knew about her?
You, the captain, Belarus, maybe, hard to say. And I suppose for us, the rest of our close crew, Paimon and Sadar and Lord of Ux. I suppose Professor Halligan. I can't imagine he would be working with the Giff.
What if Halligan's been the BBEG this whole time secretly?
No, but I have theories that he might be unwillingly helping them. Because remember what we talked about the other guy?
Yeah.
The other guy that we keep forgetting exists, but have met.
But the problem is Halligan wouldn't know she was on the ship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, we are in... Damn it, I hate when I don't have enough clues.
He looks at the remaining parts of Clink. I'll have to fix him. Most of the head is intact. His memories should be mostly intact.
Seemed like a loyal little guy. He's probably going to be upset when he wakes up.
That's his purpose. He's supposed to protect her. And I am too. But we weren't strong enough.
What was the captain's position on the kid?
Hard to say. He seems ruthless, but around her, that melted. When Bella finds out about this.
Oh my god, he's a nautical terminator. So she's gonna look at the two holes in the wall. Well, from the sounds of it, he was arriving today, right?
In the morning, yes. He won't be happy about about the holes in the wall, but I imagine he'll be angrier to the Giff than he will be at me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know this guy, but from what I've heard about him, it sounds like he's going to be pissed. I don't know. Although, like I said, I don't know much about him. I don't even know what he looks like. Although I did go snooping around Belladros's office. I think I saw your picture up there and some terrible, awful rust bucket looking thing.
That was him at least. He's gone because he's undergoing repairs. Hopefully when he returns he'll be in better shape.
How'd you guys even meet anyway? Like you, Skirvo, or well, she doesn't know his name. You, captain, the kid. How'd you guys all meet?
I wound up in a prison for a crime I didn't commit. Managed to bust my way out with Paimon and Theron, and we found the captain on our way out. Badly damaged in a cave, he had been marooned there by his crew.
Wait, he was marooned in a cave near a prison?
It wasn't a prison when he was marooned there. He's thousands of years old.
Okay. Okay, so you're saying that they just built a prison on top of the guy and nobody knew he was down there.
They knew he was there. They called him Iron Bones. The people from Solitary, they traumatized by his sea shanties would be the best way to put it.
Is that what those damn rumors I've been hearing about were on about?
I think so.
I heard every now and then I heard weird rumors about some prison and like how the ghost stories are real, but it was your captain?
Could be.
Huh. But that doesn't answer. Was Clara in the prison or?
We found Clara not long after arriving here. She was just in an old ruin that we were exploring, looking for. I'm not entirely sure what they were having us look for, but she was alone. And loners are. Well, I know what it feels like to be alone. She's apparently being hunted by something. But
What, like a vampire hunter or something? Well, she says that a bit quieter so the mercenary doesn't hear.
we haven't really been able to figure out exactly what he is, but everyone calls him the Impaler. He's
What like Vladimir? What, like Vlad the Impaler, the Turkish ruler? Or was he Turkish? History check.
Romanian is the correct word.
Yeah, Romanian. Yeah, Romanian. That Romanian ruler. Crazy guy. Inspired the story. Inspired the stories of Dracula.
Could be someone similar. Supposedly this Impaler is also a vampire.
Damn it, Mary. How did you manage to slowly and assuredly manage to bring up his freaking namesake? Like it didn't. I didn't even think about it until I already said it. Anyways. Well, how did they get on board? Did they just break down the door, or
the big
that
one?
Doesn't seem...
The big one that broke the door. I've no idea where he came from, but portal appeared here in the captain's cabin. Oh, I didn't realize Maddie was gone.
Yep, Maddie just. And she's
I
not
thought, I
sure
thought it was.
online. Maybe she had the
I
same
heard
issue I
somebody
had.
left, and I thought
Maybe-
it was Spencer.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear
Yeah,
it.
maybe she had the same issue I had, where my computer crashed.
Ooh.
Because Discord's not even showing her as online.
Oh, yeah, something must have happened to her computer because she's on her
Oh.
phone now.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
well, intermission. There we are.
Oh,
Back.
Maddie,
Ah, there we go.
what happened? Maddie?
Oh,
Hello?
You did?
My Wi-Fi was bugging out.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one with technical
Sometimes.
difficulties.
All right. Where were we? Oh yes.
The portal.
So, is it too crazy to think that somehow this impaler guy and these orders are connected?
Could be. I hope not. But he shouldn't have been able to locate her. At least not by her nature. I built a locket to protect against that.
How tough is this impaler guy? Like, you seem to not know a lot about him, yet you talk about him like he's the devil or something.
Well, no one knows exactly how tough he is. He's shrouded in a lot of mystery, but everything we've heard about him has been bad.
Like what?
Even Bella, the mafia, the leader of this local mafia, she's Clara's older sister. Even she is afraid of the Impaler.
Okay, so not great.
I have a plan, but it's early in development. If he's with these Giff.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near ready.
Well, first order of business is we're gonna have to figure out how to get your kid back. Were there drafts for some sort of boarding mechanisms? Admittedly, nautical vessels weren't exactly my strong suit. I had a PhD in mythology.
He'll go through some blueprints. This one,
Okay.
I think in some places they call it a corvus. It's a device that swings into and embeds itself within the deck of the enemy ship.
All right. Well. All right. Well, we might want to work on stuff like that, so that way if we can't manage to find the girl on one of the enemy ships, we might just have to take somebody in for questioning. Although I'm getting the feeling you were already planning on doing that before all this even happened.
Of course I was.
Well,
And then we
much as I
tear,
hate.
and he stands up and grabs his tool because he's gonna go start working. And then we tear every last one of their ships from the sky.
Yeah. Well,
And
much as I hate.
he's gonna go get to work on that device.
Yep.
I
Good talk. Well, I better get some rest.
So
Good idea to make I better make a good impression for the captain tomorrow.
yeah.
He's gonna be pissed.
Paimon, you arrived back on the ship.
Okay,
Yeah, I
seeing
see
someone
my
that
trash
Cerberus seeing someone he doesn't
everywhere.
know coming up
I'm
the
like,
ship,
what
he
the
flies
is
down
my
and
trash
lands
going everywhere?
right
That's my
in
food. What the fuck is my food doing everywhere?
seeing someone who's coming up the ship that he doesn't recognize. So he immediately just jumps off the crow's nest and just lands right in front of her. It's like, who are you and what are you doing here?
Back
What
off,
are you
Cerberus.
doing in my place?
There's a massive
Ticker
three-headed
would be
dragon.
on Ticker would be on the deck because that's where this
Mhm.
thing would be worked on. Back off,
Yeah.
Cerberus. She's one of
Who
ours.
is this one? Oh, well,
Oh,
you're
is
awfully small.
oh,
Did
so
he throw
you're
my food everywhere?
Food. This is bits of trash.
You're a trashy motherfucker.
Trash? Me? In my horn? No,
Yeah.
that's just going to be
walk over.
unacceptable.
Mary will walk over to Ticker. I take it that's Paimon?
That's
You want
her.
a piece of fucker? Let's go. Let's fucking go right here.
I would never keep trash anywhere near me. Oh, this is absolutely disgraceful.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
then we
gonna
should get
see
the
if
fuck
I
off
can.
of here
Way
then.
beneath
Fuck
me.
you.
It's so
Well,
beneath
I'm
me.
going
It's
to,
unimaginable how beneath me trash
Oh,
is.
beneath you.
I'm just gonna go see if I can catch a wink of sleep before the captain shows
Ticker's
up.
gonna
I'm
walk
gonna
up.
roll
Walk
up my
up.
sleeve.
Ticker's gonna walk up to both of them. Enough. There's been enough tragedy for today without you two being at each other's throats.
What is going on?
Mary's just gonna skulk below deck and barricade herself in her room again.
Take a look around you. The ship has holes
Yeah,
in
we
it.
have a new window.
They
And Kimball
Nice.
people came.
they took her. They took Clara.
Like I give a shit.
Ticker just stares at Paimon and for a
Rolling
second
it.
and then goes back to work.
I'm gonna start picking up my trash and just heading back up to the crow's nest.
Stab him now. Then I begins to talk to you again.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the three-headed piece of shit?
Yes.
Because I
Stab
will
the
really.
goblin.
Okay, yeah.
Stab the goblin now.
Yeah, no,
Goblin.
no.
Goblin? He didn't look anything like a goblin.
I was taken by surprise. That'd be more fun.
Good luck with that. He has blind sight.
She don't know that. She don't know that.
He has blind sight and always one head open. Good luck with that.
All right.
Ooh. But yes, so Sadar and
Yes.
yes.
We
Um,
should hurry back to the ship. If they came here, perhaps they also appeared elsewhere.
Did we get any gold or anything from the Giff?
Roll me a D. Wait, roll me a perception check.
I think.
I will give you help.
All right.
Well, I mean, each of you can make one,
Oh,
and then you just kind of because you're all taking things.
11.
All right. Okay. Alert box. You find a functioning gun and a broken gun. The what is it? The other than that, the grenade that you would have found seems to be malfunctioning and is probably not safe to touch.
Yeah. That's probably not. Probably best to leave that.
Oh, and you find 12 gold pieces.
Ah, good.
Sadar.
Mhm.
You also find a broken gun and a not so broken gun. But you do find a grenade that is intact, as well as 10 gold pieces.
Does this grenade look like the same ones that they were throwing at us?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna write down thunder grenade.
Yeah. I will collect the brain of one of them.
Aight.
I not exactly the most glamorous thing, but Lurdovox gotta eat.
I'm just going to pick up one of their bodies and just sling it over my shoulder.
Um,
Do you mind if I take the brain to that one?
I feel like that requires
Go
a
for it.
strength
Yeah,
check.
Giff are like large.
Oh,
Giff are
okay.
like
Oh,
borderline
that's right. I
large
forgot how big
creatures.
they were. I forgot
Yeah.
how large they were. I will
They
field.
are hippos.
I will field strip it to reduce its mass.
Survival check then. Alright, with the 19, you manage to get it down somewhat to the point where you can carry it.
Do you mind if I take the... Are you going to do anything with the brain?
No,
Mind if I take it when you're finished?
go for it. In fact, in part of my field stripping, I probably just fully decapitated the body.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I have 2 gift brains.
Okay. We should head back to the ship at most haste. If they came here, perhaps they showed up there as well. This does not bode well.
Yes. First, let's see if... Mr. Brobnar, would you mind translating Gretchen for us? Is everything... Was she able to find everything? Because I assume by now the fire's more or less died down.
Yes, Gretchen comes out of the house disappointed because, like, half of her potion stock is gone now. As you see, this frivolous businesswoman just starts pounding her fist into the ground as she starts saying very things that you are glad that you cannot understand.
Like I imagine Brobnar's about to translate, and he just goes, and Lurdovox just puts his hand up. No need. I can speak anger.
Speaking. Oh my God.
Yeah, he'll go over and just find a broken piece of shrapnel that used to be one of his pans. Well, I have some gold from them, so at least there's some compensation to be had. Well, come along now. He'll guide Gretchen to her tortoise so that way we can take it back to the ship.
I immediately like
Comforting her as best he can
Yeah.
for 2 people who cannot communicate.
I send my snake ahead to the ship and be like, show me what is there. And I send my flying snake ahead of us to the ship.
You do so.
Alright.
You see 2 holes in the ship, as well as like I guess like Ticker pondering.
An
over
infuriated Ticker.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm seeing through my snake's senses. I sort of have a hand on Lurdovox's shoulders, because I can't see where I'm going, but he can. And
Yeah.
just suddenly start speaking. The ship must have been attacked. There are multiple holes in its hull. Plus, Ticker seems to be contemplating something. No sign of the girl, though. It is strange.
That's
That's
hurry. Highly troubling. Let's hope the child was put somewhere safe for the time being. Because if not, then I imagine there'll be hell to pay. Captain Skirvo did not look like the forgiving type.
No.
And I imagine he's none too happy. And
we
I
will
would
have
imagine
much-
he's none too happy about the holes in his ship either.
Yes. I imagine we will have much opportunity to.
Was he? Was he scheduled to be
Some
back this
practice.
morning?
The coming dawn, yes, I believe that is the plan.
Ooh,
What are you laughing about, Maddie?
going to be a long.
Your voices keep on overlapping each other.
Well, yeah.
We keep talking at the same time.
Oh,
It's so
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, no, I
just
thought it was
see
pretty
in
funny too,
character.
honestly.
I don't know why, I just see that as in character. Like they just
Yeah,
keep
we're
on
just,
doing
like,
that, and
not paying
everybody's
attention.
like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
Yeah, they're not like not paying attention to each other at all. They're just talking out loud.
They just keep on overlapping each
Boy,
other,
in
and
Lord
everybody's
Fox's
like,
case, who
"What
needs hearing when you can listen to your stream of consciousness?
Yeah. All right. Well, let us. All right. Well, I guess we have no choice but to move on to the next morning.
It
Quickly
is
to the ship.
the next morning. Work
Yeah.
has been done on the ship, mostly for probably temporary repairs to the holes in the ship.
Yeah.
Mm.
Try to make it a little presentable. Captain's going to be arriving.
Yes.
And he's not going to be
Skirbo,
happy.
Yeah.
you arrive close to your ship. With
All right.
with your big brother. Wait, is he your big brother? Is he your little brother?
Yes, but I kind of imagine that Dreadfuse didn't come on this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I imagine that it's just some random sailor on a small little dinghy.
I
A small longboat kind of spelljammer because Dreadfuse is busy right now.
okay.
Yeah. So just so
4
yes,
days
arrive
left.
close. Aye, that's it. Definitely looks a bit different than the last time I saw her. At least I didn't. Well, I guess I should be thankful they didn't make off with her. Take me around the port side. Want to see what they've done to my ship.
The dinghy takes you around the port side,
Yep.
and then just
Yeah.
as it just sets down.
Yeah, I kind of imagine it just sort of hovered as close to the deck as it could, so Skirvo could just step onto his deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna. So he'll before he steps off, he'll tip his hat. Thank you, Mr. Finnegan. Safe travels, and give your captain my regards.
Whatever you say.
Yep. Well.
He doesn't really enjoy his job.
Yep. So he's gonna. So Skirvo will step off the deck and survey the situation. His joints sounding nice and crisp and new.
Yes. With your newly refurbished hat.
Yep.
I'll give stats to it later, afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes.
I don't think we'll be getting in combat right now, so for the rest of the session, so it's fine if we dish out the new stats later.
All right.
All right. Sir, he will survey the situation.
So, your ship looks very different from what it did before, with all the enhancements and the doohickeys and the sails and just the now iron hull of the ship. Now, everything looks swell. Your office now has a very much bigger door and a new window that you don't remember there being before, but it looks of some very shoddy craftsmanship.
Look at the crew that they've accrued so far. Just he'll just sort of glance over at first, not really taking note of anyone in particular. And then he'll walk over, nearly run into Mary. Oh, you must be Captain Skirvo. Aye, that'd be me. You might want to talk to Ticker.
I would mention
Yes.
that at first, like as soon as he could have, Ticker would have gone off to buy a new pearl to repair Clink. Because
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
So you're
before
working on Clink right now?
Well, he would be gone right now because he'd be getting the pearl.
Yeah,
All right.
because it's early morning. The markets had just opened from
Yeah.
last
And then-
night's
All right.
Have Sidar
herald.
and Lord of Fox gotten back to the ship yet?
Ticker.
Yeah. Of course they've gotten back.
Okay.
Where else are they gonna sleep?
You
Okay,
might want
I was just curious.
You might want to talk to Mr. Ticker when he comes back. Things got a bit intense. First of all, Professor Mary Oobleck, it's a pleasure to be working under you, Captain. I'll see it when I'll believe it when I see it. So tell me, who was responsible for hiring all these folk? Sidar and Lurdovox, the squiddy guy and the snake. Skirbo's just gonna snap looking at her. What? Well, they said it was. Well, when I talked to Ticker about it, he said it was either the squid and the snake or Paimon. He audibly hears Skirbo's gears grind, and before he goes, "Aye, that tracks." He's gonna go find Sidar and Lurdovox.
In the kitchen.
Along the way, it was
Yeah.
like make a perception check.
No. I already have a plan for the crew thing. Don't worry about it,
Oh,
Spencer.
okay.
I'm already doing it. Sidar, Lurdovox. Ah, Captain. Good to see you are back.
You seem to be in a much better state of repair than last time. You are about to fall
Aye.
apart at the seams.
Aye, it's wonder what getting completely reforged will do for a man. Now what's this
Oh.
I hear about you being the ones that hired all the crew?
We'll get to that in a moment, but you should know there were a whole bunch of Giff that attacked last night. The ones that attacked us are, of course, dead. Naturally. But it appears that another strike team got here to the ship before we could. We haven't really heard much from Ticker. He's been distracted. We left, we got back here, and all of a sudden there were 2 new holes in the command cabin.
Well, I'll have to hear the full story from Mr. Ticker. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem he's in at the moment. For now, why don't you introduce me to these landlubbers you decided to hire, and I'll be the judge of whether or not they're worthy to fly this thing.
Okay, pulling up the roster.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so we're gonna go on the deck and get the Lurdovox and Sidar.
it's gonna be like, well, we
gather
got
the
a whole
crew.
bunch of sailors and
Gather-
dockhands, and then he
Crew,
goes through the
gather
whole-
gather up. The captain is aboard. He wishes
on
to
deck.
address the crew. Yep.
Crew lightning rounds.
Yep. All right, give me the list. So Skirbo's just walking through, seeing each of them.
Yeah.
Not
All
like in depth, but we'll go through this fast.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All right. You find Dig Dug again.
Yeah, just step up. Professor. Dig Dug. Bloody hell, wasn't expecting to see you here.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it either. But I just heard from the squid fellow, the snake fellow, that there's a mighty fine job that needs to be done, and as long as I'm getting paid, well, I'm happy to go anywhere. Of course, those medical expenses back then, I guess it was more or less my own doing. However, dropping that boat probably wasn't the best thing to do in that situation.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. It'll be my due diligence to make sure this deal sails smoother than the last. Next up, the lobster guy.
Yeah.
You talk to Homar. Well, you
briefly.
attempt to talk to Homar, but Homar doesn't
John.
really isn't much for
seems-
conversation.
You seem strong.
Hmm.
What was the next guy? Give me the list, Brad.
Okay, so we also
Or
had
wait,
Anastasia.
I have it.
Yeah, we also had Anastasia.
Anastasia, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Would she even
then-
be here right now?
Maybe not.
No, she'd be working at the shop.
Okay.
We also got Anastasia. She's not here at the moment. And then this is Fester. Pointing to dinner and doing the mouth.
As you like look downwards at this rat just holding a mini gun.
Oh, wait, we have a fucking rat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we'll
have
be
two
back
rats
some more.
now.
Are those my uncles?
We come to
Yes, he is your uncle.
My uncle.
He is Uncle Fester.
Wait, is this actually the guy we've met before?
No, this is another fellow that's just also an uncle.
All right.
Or is it like Hawaii where everyone's a cousin even though they're not actually related?
No,
No,
they are
I know.
related.
Blood related. Would you happen to be related to Miss Pyman?
Why, of course.
Small world.
And then we come to the mercenary. It's like, I'm told you two know each other.
Yeah.
He didn't give us a name.
Yeah. What? Who's the next one?
The
Was
mercenary
the
guy.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the mercenary
Sparrow's gonna
guy.
walk up and initially he's just gonna look up at him and give a glare to Lord of Fox and Sidar, and then he'll just look back to him, nod.
He nods in response.
Yep. Mutual understanding. Move on.
We have Grognar and Voltai.
You just see Brobnar, but with like a slightly different color.
He'll look between Brobnar and Grognar.
Brobnar and Grog.
Yeah.
Legally distinct character.
Yeah. Just
Original character, do not steal.
Sun and Shadow. Jokes.
Oh, fucking
Is it?
God.
Do you perhaps know each other?
No. No.
Fair enough.
We have this group of shadlings. Strange creatures.
I guess I should roll a history check for Pearl.
Yeah.
Let me just look at Skirbo's sheet, which I haven't looked at for quite a while.
Haven't needed him for a while.
20. Those clothes look familiar. The eyes also share the same color, that being like a deep red. However, yeah, that's all the information you get from that. Make from that what you will.
Where'd you find this one? I recognize you lot.
The other shadlings is like they can't actually speak to you, so they just gibber back and forth to one another. As the smallest of like, oh, I was just found the other day. They decided to take me in, and then we got jobs here. You guys make good dumplings.
Have you aboard? Who was next?
This is
Oh yeah,
correct?
we didn't do Voltai. Since
wait,
it's daytime.
Wait, isn't that the guy No, that's not the Allosaur dude.
Voltai is the moth shaman.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, missed her initially.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. What are your qualifications?
I'm good. I don't remember listing qualifications on the.
He told us he was a healer.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess I heal, but
Always good to have a healer aboard. Happy to have you.
oh, okay.
This is Glexon. I just lean over and whisper to
Yeah, Lord Vox.
Skirbo. He's a bit fanatical. Also,
Dynamic pose. Have you heard about the good word of
Of Bahamut.
Bahamut?
yeah, and I also tell Skirbo he also has a giant lizard mount thing.
Skirbo
You
looks
just
over
hear
at
the
the
Allosaurus
god-
in the background.
Yeah, Skirbo looks over at the goddamn Allosaur that's on his ship.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. That yours?
Why, yes. We go on great quests in the name of Bahamut to share his glorious warfare. As he strikes another pose.
I think we'll get along swimmingly. Okay, who is
and
next?
we come to a halfling, and this is Doug. And that is Dark Notion.
Yeah.
Wanna make it a
Wait,
few
we get to Dark Notion. He just looks at Dark Notion, and the angriest red-eyed glare to Lord Vox and Sidar before he just
shrugs with upturned
before he just turns back to Dark Notion with a flat look, Mr. Notion. And moves on.
Dark Notion, for that is my Dark Notion.
The halfling is Doug, and the human is Norm.
Yes.
Very average. Incredibly average. Never met someone so average before in my life.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Skirbo takes one look at Norm and notes in the back of his head, "Yep, he's not going to live through the next week."
Mm-hmm. Did Skirbo make any comments about the halfling? I also pointed out.
You don't remember the halfling?
The hat. I remember the hat.
Yes.
I remember the big hat.
The big hat.
Yeah. Just kind of. Are you a spellcaster?
What's it to you?
Sounds like you are. Move on. Who is next?
The sailors
and Ornessa.
Oh yeah, the sailors.
Yeah. It's like so.
So just one look. Just takes one look. It's about ruddy time. I found someone who actually knew how to sail a ship.
Yeah, I don't even know how you hired the rest of these guys. I'm trying to prevent half of these people from straight up killing each other, especially that one over there, as she just points to Dark Notion.
He does. Wouldn't have been my first choice.
We didn't turn away anybody.
Yes, we did not.
But it's hilarious.
We did not.
They didn't give us any hiring parameters, and they didn't tell us, don't hire these guys.
We're like, it's a big city. What are the chances they're going to run into all the people we pissed off or are pissed off with?
Surely it's zero,
the chances
right?
The chances are apparently very high.
Because of course Spencer would do that to us.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Notion in the crew. Sure, what could go wrong?
Honestly, not mad. Not mad.
Honestly, the only character missing from the crew right now is the flail snail.
This is true. This is true.
And technically Morty.
Oh yeah, Morty.
Yeah.
Morty should probably show up.
He probably shows up.
Probably have him show up as while we're talking to the C team guys. Okay,
so peeks his head over. He's like, "Howdy do, neighborinos. What's going on here?"
Yeah. All right. So hang on. So move on. Oh yeah, it is Theron.
I believe you know him already.
Yeah.
Yes, we know each other. Been a while,
Aaron,
Skirbo. You're looking
sorry,
well. No,
as you're looking quite fine yourself, Mr. Theron.
yeah, they're health practices here. Very interesting. You would think one would be dead after getting squashed by a boat. Does Lord of Vox react to that at all? Because Sidar just sort
Lord
of
Vox
blinks
just kind
and
of,
is like, uh-huh.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's just say I had an up-close view at the bottom of the ship. The outside bottom.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry about that.
But they
He'll
get that
I'll
orb
turn
from
to
that
the side.
blasted dwarf.
Skirvo will suddenly turn to the side. Yes, I bloody know it's my fault. I don't need you mouthing off at me now that you got wings.
Darn well, did you at least get that orb from that blasted, confounded, useless, no good dwarf?
No, but we currently have delivered more orbs than they.
Well, that's good.
Actually,
Actually,
delivered
it's the same
number.
amount.
No, we delivered 3, they delivered 3, and then we delivered the last one.
They delivered 2 at the same time.
Yeah, we both delivered 3. We've delivered blue, emerald, and green. Not blue, emerald, green. Gold, emerald, and green. And they have delivered blue, what is it? Blue, silver, and
Amethyst.
amethyst, yes.
For some reason, I thought we had one more than that.
No. We have leads
We
on
know
a
where
couple
one more
more
is.
orbs, but we don't
Mm-hmm.
have them yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. Oh well. Turn to the next guy.
This is Wit. He's a bit smart for an ogre. Pacifist, though. Interesting philosophy.
What do you do, my fine sir?
Protective magics, wards, and shields.
And here I feared we'd be stuck with nothing but. And here I feared we'd be stuck with nothing but a bunch of damage dealers. Good. Welcome aboard.
A pleasure.
This is.
Haven't seen many things like this.
Neither have I. He's a dragon, but a strange one. Strange? Me strange? No, I am perfection. Yes, perfection. That is me. Cerberus is what you may call me.
I'm Captain Skirvo. I'm the captain of this here vessel.
This vessel is in your hoard. Yes, fine vessel. Yes. Great addition to a hoard. Worthy addition of a hoard. Yes. Worthy of such a grand person as me. Or you. You look like a mighty fine person yourself, too. All nice and shiny and spiffing new. Yes.
A slow turn towards Lord of Ox and Sidar, as if wanting any explanation.
Sidar will just shrug.
Lord of Ox slurps up a dumpling.
Snake tongue flicking in a small hissing.
Lord of Ox also offers a dumpling to Sidar.
He just grabs it and chucks it in. When he does, you can see the very long, cobra fangs.
Yeah. Or just like slowly turn back. Good. All right. Well, it'll be good to have you. Then we'll just sort of gloss over the rest of the
Except for
rest of the
Mary.
normal,
Well, and then Mary, you two already met.
the normies we got.
Yeah, and then Ogden twins. And then
clearly a better interaction with this. Clearly seems to be having better gelling with the actual sailors.
Yeah, and then also Ticker managed to convince 4 of the dwarven engineers, and we hired about a dozen and a half regular sailors and just normal dudes, 10 dock hands, and some questionable guard rejects. Also, 8 experienced aeronauts.
Yeah. Good to have all these Good to have these trained folks aboard, but did you really have to? Did you even turn? And so he's gonna turn to them when he's done. Did you turn anybody away?
We were not given qualifications.
We-
And besides,
We hired
the
anybody who could stand on.
undesirables could be cannon fodder.
We hired everybody who could stand on their 2 feet. He'll
Yeah.
he'll make a brief glance towards the lady on the 2 swordfish peg legs. Figuratively speaking.
Let's not forget Morty, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Morty.
Yeah.
Morty.
Yeah. But I will mention, besides, anyone that's particularly unsavory, we put to the very front and use them as cannon fodder.
Well, don't
Morty's gonna raise
don't
his
let
hand
them.
like, I'm useful. I'm useful, right? I'm
Well, don't let
useful. I won't be cannon fodder.
Who the hell is this?
Hi. I'm Mortimer Slank, but the ladies call me Teresa.
Aha.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
nice to
hiring
meet
you.
you.
I don't either. I surely would remember one of my own kind.
No.
You're clearly not
I'm with
from
there. I'm
around
with
here.
no.
I've never met you, I think, except in passing a couple of times.
Oh yeah. I gave you some fairy dust. Did you snort? Did you use it yet? Best
I do not
shit
think
ever.
so.
Let me tell you. Best shit ever. I have unlimited amounts. Just let me know if you need any more.
I love that. I love that so
You're
much.
snorting.
I don't remember hiring you.
A drug dealer who's not even been hired is on the show.
A Western.
The 2 snake people. We have the Western drug dealer, and we have the germ-spreading, plague-bringing druid-like guy. Lovely. 2 completely polar opposites of each other.
Yeah.
And okay, like while this is happening, Morty hiccups and he raises like a foot off the ground and then goes back down. He just like floats for a bit and then goes back down. Every time he hiccups.
Raise one eyebridge. Are you all right?
Lord
Oh
Fox
yeah,
is
I just
looking
snorted
around
some
for-
before I came here. I'm all good.
Are you certain of this? I have never seen one of our kind do that without casting a spell.
Oh no, that happens when you snort the fairy dust.
Lord of Ox is gonna lean into to Wit. But how did they get aboard? Who are they?
That's Mortimer. He's a strange one, but he's a good shot.
Wait, you know him?
One of the many.
Everybody knows him, but they don't know how he got here.
One of the many people that I was put into a employment group with, along with, for example, along with Cerberus.
All right. Wait, did you tell them that we were doing this job and just put their name on the list?
I didn't put his name on the list.
He just showed up and was like, hey, what's happening? We're all like, who are you? What are you doing on my ship?
He's like, oh, I've been here.
Can you, man?
He
Can
hasn't
you,
been
Matt?
there at all. He just got there. He's like, oh, I've been here.
I will raise one eyebridge.
Lord of Ox is gonna pull out the list they had.
He's gonna
They are not on here, although I don't see why not. Skirvo looks like he was about to protest, but clearly gives up as Mortimer is already signing.
I'll go ahead and add him to the list.
Why,
I hand Skirvo just a tiny little dime packet of fairy dust. He's like, for your troubles.
I'll put him.
Thank you much.
At the,
All right. Very well then. Very well then. That seems to be everybody. Now get back. Now everybody get back to work.
Okay.
We have to get this thing in ship shape in only a few days' time.
Morty's gonna raise his hand again.
Yes, Mortimer.
Oh, what's my job again? I don't think I got a job. I just showed up here. He's gonna hiccup again and float again.
Points to Cerberus. Are you acquainted with this one?
Yes. It's good job.
Find a
He
job.
likes to throw away money.
Find a job for him.
Ah.
I would imagine this is about when Ticker gets back to the ship.
Yeah. We'll say that you got your pearl for market price value, thanks to Anastasia's Witches of the Valley trademark.
Yeah.
Store.
So, Mary, with her amazing perception, Captain Skirvo, Ticker has returned. So Skirvo is going to approach Ticker. So tell me, what's become of my ship?
Should fly. I think.
What's that about? Points to the broken wall of the captain's cabin.
You'd better come inside.
Mary
Best you sit down.
will lead Skirvo inside.
I would imagine that like Clara's drawings are still kind of scattered on the floor.
Do you want
I don't think
Cigar
you
and
moved them.
Lodabox to stay outside, or want them to come inside as well? Because I imagine that they haven't really gotten what happened from you yet either.
Yeah. You two, in here. I have words for you. He'll all while they're going in. The bloody mercenary. To Ticker.
Could use all the bodies we can get. Besides, he actually proved useful yesterday.
That's all well and good, but why that? But why in the nine hells did you hire Notion?
You never told us what to do. Use to toss them out to select them. No one did. They just said,
I want to
some people, so we got
what
some.
This is when he shuts the door. What the hell part of Dark Notion did you look at and say, oh yes, that's hiring material right there?
The hunter has become the hunter Ed. Suddenly, out of the shadows appears Dark Notion. The cheater has become the Chose.
Well, you
This fucking
see,
guy right here. This fucking guy.
he just whispers over to. Wait. Is Dark Notion in the room with us?
Yeah, he's in the room with you. He just appeared out of the shadow of the room.
Cigar leans over and whispers really quietly to Skirvo. You see, he's cannon fodder. He's a mate shield.
Yeah,
he can
Skirvo-
take a couple of shots that will go in the rest of us. And then you toss his dead body over the side.
Yeah, Skirvo is just gonna be don't you have cannons to be hoisted onto the deck?
You see, I'm gonna take a plop on the poop deck if that's all right with you. Where's the bathroom, by the way?
If it's like how it used to be, it's on the front of the ship.
All right.
Yeah, which is the opposite end of the captain's cabin. Although to be perfect, like it's funny because that's how it works. Although I imagine that it won't stay that way much longer because we're probably going to change that because bathrooms on a galleon work differently than they would on an airship.
Yeah.
They literally just kind of drop off into the ocean.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. Yeah, so turn around. So Mr. Ticker, you said you needed to discuss with me, and it has something to do with why there's some bloody holes in my ship.
You should sit down.
I think I'll stand. I think I'll stand, Mr. Ticker.
He goes over to the table where he started to rebuild Clink's body, and sits down himself. Last night, some Giff found their way onto the ship.
But I was letting me speak up. Did they suddenly come out of nowhere like they did with us?
Through a portal here in the captain's cabin, actually.
That would explain how they got.
We fought them off, but well, he pulls out the drawing. They took her, and I couldn't stop them.
Skirvo's eye goes red as he looks at Ticker. What? What?
I don't even know how they knew she was here.
Why?
Mary found orders, said...
Mary will give Skirvo the orders.
Said something about finding her. At least the order said to do her no harm.
You hear a lot of jittering and mechanical noises as you see his as his gears grind, non-grind, and just every variation in between as his iris constricts and dilates repeatedly.
There's small amounts of steam coming out of his ears.
Yeah, well, his non-existent ears.
A vent or something.
Yeah. So you mean to tell me they came aboard my bloody ship and kidnapped one of our own?
That's what happened. I wish I could tell you it was any different.
The building we were using as a base as well, besides the ship, they also planted some sort of explosive device and blew the whole thing. Like giant fireball spell.
Well, damn it all. We'll need to set this ship up to be able to grapple enemy ships so that we can find Clara and bring her back.
I've already made plans for a device like that. Good. He'll point to the blueprint for the Corvus.
Seems to be in order. Well, this is purely unacceptable. They walk onto my bloody ship. Is that why you've been quiet? He's looking at the device in the cabin. And Mary is suddenly very confused because she was standing near it. He walks over. He's like, you bloody knew this happened and you weren't going to tell me. What do you mean? The hell do you mean it was Ticker's story to tell? I expect you to be the one to tell me. And Mary's just going to shuffle over to Ticker. What the hell's happening?
He talks to the ship sometimes. At least I think it is the ship he is talking to. I don't know what else they would be talking to. He's done it a couple of times before.
The way he acts, it seems like he thinks the ship has a mind of its own.
Okay, so either the ship is possessed or the captain is crazy. Please, God, let it be the former.
I think it's the
Artifacts
latter.
of magical power can hold minds. I have a ruby with similar abilities. And I hold it up, and it sort of glings in the light.
Well,
At any rate,
as much
he
as I
turns.
want to go into space and start tearing apart some salacious pachyderms, we have a bigger problem on our hands. What has anybody told Miss Harconi?
Oh, what?
Not yet. I can only imagine how she'll react.
Oh, yeah, that could be.
At any
And
rate,
he pauses for a
turns to
moment.
How much has
side and puts
he'll look at Mary, who's been here the whole time. How much does she already know? I'm sorry, Captain, but it took one glance for me to figure out she was a vampire.
Mary knows about as much as the rest of us.
But I bet
Can't keep
But I bet
secrets from
hope
her.
you're not tell. You can't now. Well, tell me something. And he says something to her in Thieves Can't. She responds in Thieves Can't. Bloody hell, can't remember the last time I've had someone with a sharp mind like that on deck.
So Nora would lean over to Lodafox. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
I don't... A test, I suppose?
It's called Thieves Cant, a sort of combination of phrases and code words. I don't understand it myself. Ticker will
Yeah, and
turn to the table and put the pearl into the slot on Clink's chest. And
Yeah.
he hops up onto the table. Where are they? Let me at them.
Wait, is he
Hey.
just Scrappy Doo?
My snake that's curled around my staff sort of tilts its head at Clink because like it was dead a minute ago and now it's back to being alive. So that my snake is visibly confused.
Yeah. Scarvo's is gonna put his elbow on the table. Steady down now, Clink. Looks like you did go at him and didn't survive.
That sounds about right. How did they beat me though? I'm unstoppable. I should be able to I bet I took down at least 10 of them.
Zadar will raise a single average but won't say anything.
Should probably get back to work.
Miss, where the hell's Miss Paimon? I need to speak with Miss Harconi post haste.
She's still in the crow's nest. Still asleep.
Climb up the crow's nest. Look down at Paimon in her trash.
In her like little mess of trash.
Yeah. Weirdly adorable if it wasn't disturbing.
She still has like the dagger in her hand and everything. She's holding it close to her chest.
Yeah. Get up.
What's going on?
Get up. You need to tell your employer that I wish to speak to her immediately.
Yeah, I'll do it later. Let me sleep.
You're just gonna yank her out of the crow's nest.
I imagine Storm was like, "You will do it now."
I'm not taking no for an answer, Paimon. I'm not. Despite how good I look, I'm in a very rotten mood.
Fuck, fine, jeez.
Yeah, he'll plop her on the deck and scoot and shoo her off.
Ticker's gonna start
She's gonna-
working on the Corvus.
And Paimon is going to head over to Bella.
Adar is going to start reading the tome. And
Lurtebach
practicing
is
the
going
mental
to
exercises.
work on is going to start looking through his recipe book that he got, as well as probably discussing with Gretchen and Brobnar the stand ideas. Oh yeah, he should probably go to the market and buy new pots and pans. Both of us should.
Oh, does the galley on the ship have cookware?
Probably not.
Probably not.
At most, it would be ornamental.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we need the real shit.
All right. Time for
Tinker's Tools check, yeah?
Tinker's Tools. Yes.
With help, because Mary.
Yeah.
4 plus a D4 from guidance. Is that everything?
Gervo, growing increasingly content with having the Poindexter on deck.
42.
I don't know. Does a 42 succeed?
I mean, it's the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Of course it succeeds.
Yeah.
It's the answer to it all.
I don't know. I think I might have to check the DC again.
We'll have to hang on. I'm gonna need to build a supercomputer that's an entire planet with a population and everything.
But yeah, you succeed. You successfully construct your not prototype but real Corvus and attach it because you have enough bodies because of
Because we have the entire crew.
You have. Yeah. Well, okay. You don't want the help of the entire crew, but you want the help of some of the crew.
I meant like we have everyone in the crew that I could get the help of.
Yeah.
Including an ogre and a Testacian, so.
Yeah.
And 2 bugbears.
And 2 bugbears. Bugbears actually aren't all that burly, they're more wiry.
Yeah, they're very lanky.
But still, an ogre, Testacian, 18 experienced sailors.
You get good leverage with lankiness.
And the Bogdan twins.
And a dragon.
Especially the Bogdan twins.
Yeah, and probably those 2 sailor girls who are quickly worming their way to who are quickly worming their way into Skirbo's metallic pump.
Yeah.
Just like, bloody hell, are you looking for a promotion? Nah, just doing our job. I forgot what it was like to have real sailors.
He's got 20 of them.
Yeah, he's got a lot of sailors. So
he's got 8 that have actually been on a spelljammer.
But those are mooks.
Yeah.
They don't even have names.
Yeah.
Well,
unfortunately,
18 of the 20 sailors don't have names.
And you know
what the 20 sailors are the 2 that have names.
Yeah, but you wanna know the funny part? Is that thanks to the fact that they're actually sailors, that means that they're basically going to be the senior officer staff.
Yeah.
They didn't even have to do anything.
They all get seniority experience over all the named characters purely by virtue of having actually been on a boat before.
Tinker's been on a spelljammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just find it freaking hilarious that we have all these named NPCs and all of them are going to be subservient to a bunch of unnamed randos.
It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Even the mercenary.
Yeah.
Even the mercenary has to be subservient
and
to
let us not forget
random sailor number 1. Yeah. Yeah.
Who can ever
What are you going to tell that to his face?
Yeah. All right.
I say we use Dark Notion as cannon fodder.
I don't think that'll work. For some reason, I get this sneaking suspicion that he's very hard to kill.
One of those people that no matter how hard you try, managed to come back with 1 HP or whatever.
Like, I have this weird feeling that he has evasion. Which is gonna make him damn near impossible to kill.
Ooh. But yes, okay. Okay, we're gonna say you make it to the marketplace first, Lord of Ox and Sedar.
Oh yes. Actually, while I'm here, Lord of Ox will need to talk to Anastasia.
Yeah.
I need to do
Sadar
that.
didn't go with them. Instead, Sadar, how much do we think will it take for the new full cookware to outfit the galley?
Let's make like the insight check. Insight? History. No. Survival? No. A wisdom base? No. Unintelligent?
Utensils check, maybe?
Utensils check.
Utensils check because it's cooking?
I mean, you wouldn't get the +2.
No, but I still have proficiency in maxed wisdom, so...
Yeah, why don't we go with yours?
We're just gonna go with a flat wisdom check.
A flat wisdom check. Non-proficient wisdom check. But
Yeah.
wait, having the chef feat, would that give me proficiency with this check?
18
yeah,
for
we'll say
Lord of
so.
Ox. I had the wrong person up. Yeah, that was an 18 for Lur.
16 with an 18. You're thinking it's gonna cost around 35 gold pieces.
35 gold? Okay, that's...
Or at least if you for like a ship this size.
Yeah.
Okay, 17 gold, 5 silver each.
Probably also counting in the fact that we want to have some additional cookware for the little stand that we want to open with Gretchen and Brobnar.
Yeah. So Dar will give you 17 gold and 5 silver to go buy cookware and stuff, and he's going to spend time with the tome.
17 gold out of, what was it, 37?
So it's 35. It's 35 gold. He gave you 17 gold and 5 silver.
All right.
He gave you exactly half of the estimated cost.
All right.
So you make it to the market. Is there any specific place do you want to shop?
Place with good cookware.
You want to go to Trader Jonathan's?
Yeah. All right.
Hello. You head inside. You meet the proverbial fat conductor. As a halfling comes up to you, it's like, "Oh, hello there, sir. Are you coming down to Trader Jonathan's? I see. What's you looking for today?"
I'm looking
Outback Steakhouse.
I'm looking for cookingware. Mine has appeared. My friend and mine's has apparently gone up in smoke.
Ha ha ha! I see you got a bit of a pickle there, mate. Well, I'll tell you what. I got something that'll whip those Brumbies right into shape. As he brings out the cookingware that you are looking for.
Excellent. Is it the 35?
Yeah, it's a 35.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Pay
Around
and
some time you might want to go down to the Billabong if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it. And while he's in the neighborhood, he'll talk to Anastasia since she's like a few doors down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Hello, Miss Anastasia. Huh. Excuse me, my lungs dying. I hope you don't mind. I had a few questions.
And what might that be?
Well, I was wondering about you and Sidar. Have you been friends long?
She pauses for a moment. Yeah, we've been friends for a while.
I'm just gonna prep an insight check just to be sure, just so that I have one ready.
I
So what do you what do you think of him, just in general?
He's a pretty nice guy.
Well, that I can't argue with. He spent the last 6 days cooking dumplings with me. You can't just now. That is how now. Now I can tell you that's how you bond with someone. Just spend days on end cooking. A true passion. But enough about me. I want to hear about you. You two seem to have an interesting relation. You two seem to have an interesting relationship, and I was just wondering what your general thoughts on it are.
You can see that she's deep in thought right now.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh gosh, I think that explains some things.
What explains what?
I'm Sadara a little bit eccentric.
What? I'm sorry, what'd she say?
Sadara a little bit eccentric. Basically, okay, make that insight check.
Is he
Yeah.
a bit eccentric?
Yeah, eccentric.
24.
All right. You think that she might be saying, is Sadar into guys? Because you just explained like the two of you. It's like bonding over in a romantic way in making dumplings.
Oh no, I believe there may be some misunderstanding. I don't. We have a purely work-based relationship.
That better be right.
Yeah. I have a pure. So
Be careful there, sort of fuck. You're about to have a Medusa come after you.
Yeah. So am I to take this as meaning that you're actually interested in him as a romantic partner?
No, I'm just just wondering.
Methinks you're not being honest with yourself.
Maybe not. What's it to you?
Oh my
Listen. Okay, I'll be frank with you. Do you see what I am? I am an illithid. I've been like this for a very long time. Do you know how rare it is that I actually talk to people? Let alone can even seek something of even remote romance.
Are you saying that people like us can't find love? You do realize you're talking to a Medusa.
Yeah. No. No. What I'm saying is I see someone who's like us, who has a very real chance of finding it, and they're not just taking it. It's frustrating from where I'm sitting. Because if what I'm thinking is correct, I want to see this happen.
Lord of Vox is living vicariously through Sadar and Anastasia. And they're too oblivious to see it, and it's pissing him off. It's hilarious.
I'm not sure what you mean by this.
Basically, I'm saying is Sadar is a clueless idiot, and you might need all the help you can get if you want to. If you're
ironic,
if you're
he has
interested
max
in
wisdom,
him,
and he's completely clueless.
and I'm saying I'm more than willing to help.
I'm listening.
And there is. Yes, if you want me to help set up some dates or perhaps some convenient situations, Perhaps me and Sidar are currently thinking of running a dumpling stand. I could conveniently not be in at certain times.
Um, I like what you're putting down here.
Good. I'm glad. Good, because good. To be honest, I was afraid you were as clueless as he is. And that was. I am very much happy to see that you're not. Now, let's. By. Although I. Although I do want to know. Although, if we're to make this work, I want to. The first problem is figuring out what. The first issue is figuring out what Sidar's likes are. Obviously, he likes cooking, but as much as I'd love to help, he'd be able to tell if it was my cooking. Mostly, like I said, we've cooked together for like 6 days. We know our tricks, and we're going to continue such an arrangement, as it appears we've both been hired as the cooks. So, we just need to figure out what his interests are. Do you have anything in mind?
Oh, I actually don't know any of Sidar's interests.
Well, there is the whole, harbingeric magic stuff.
Yeah, there's the harbingeric magic stuff. There's his hometown. There's his siblings sometimes. There is his pet.
Oh, yeah, he has his pet snake. Yeah.
So, does Anastasia bring up any of them?
Yeah. Or at least everything that she would know.
Well, it might be a good place to start with the. It might be a good place to start with the magic. You're both magic users. I'm sure there could be some. There could be some foundation built on that. Just need. We can figure out more from there. While we're working together, I can try to probe him for more information. I've given up on love, but I won't give up on you two having love.
This is actually hilarious.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's just no, if she's inciting him, he just very clearly wants their relationship to work. He will get nothing out of this, and he's aware of it, but he just doesn't
get satisfaction.
It's more frustrating watching them not be in a relationship. Because he's seriously watching them just stand there be like, oh, hi, super awkward, and he's just like, meanwhile, he's in the back being like, just kiss, damn it. Apparently Litterbox and Anastasia aren't conspiring now.
The poor oblivious thing.
Pan over. Maddie, you didn't think that you'd be able to get to talk this time around.
Oh, what?
There you are.
Well, you see, you're going to Bella's place, right?
I am.
Right. So, you get to her establishment of ill repute. And you make it to her chamber, per se.
Goodness. Okay, now I'm starting to get a little nervous because I realize that her sister's kidnapped and she's going to be really pissed. I'm starting to freak out a little bit as I get closer to her chamber.
Well, if she's truly afraid, all she needs to do is tell her that apparently the captain needs to speak with her, right now. It's urgent.
True, so I don't have to like tell her, but she might get mad at me for not telling her straight up. So like,
Simon's in a lose-lose situation.
yeah.
And if you don't,
22.
well, you can also look at it like this: if you don't tell her, Skirvo's going to shoot you.
This really is a catch-22. What is it? You're screwed if you do, and you're screwed if you don't.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly. Well, okay. I'm just gonna say that Skirvo. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that Skirvo needs to talk to her. So then, like, I don't get like the blunta. I don't get like really fucked over. So I do get fucked over, but I don't get it too much.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. I tried my best to try to give Paimon an out. There really isn't much of an out here, but I tried my best.
So, why on earth would Skirvo need me? Your captain need me right now? What is so urgent that I must leave during my peak hours to deal with this?
Captain on the ship, and it's really urgent. And I think it's best if Skirvo tells you instead of me.
Well, you don't even know, do you?
All
she
right.
knows.
No, I do know. I told Ticker like I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Make a either persuasion or deception.
Okay, 1 second. Persuasion or deception, but persuasion.
16. All right. All right. She gets up from her chair and she slowly gets closer to you. Now, I like you, Paimon, in a very you do things for me, I do things for you kind of way. Now, I'm going to ask you one more time. Why is this important?
Get mad at me because I'm just a messenger. And I didn't see it actually happen because I was being shot at and somewhere else. Your sister's gone. She got kidnapped by hippo people.
There is a pause in the air.
Yeah.
As she tries to think of the words you just said.
Yeah.
So you're
by the way,
telling me
yeah,
that my sister, the people you guys specifically, not you specifically, but your friends are tasked to, you can start seeing that she is currently gripping with her free hands on something very hard, and you start hearing cracking sounds that she got kidnapped by now. Listen, it's her pipe. That's what it would be. As it's slowly twisting, and then it just cracks. Hippo people?
Hippo people. I think it's pronounced Giff or Giff. I'm not quite sure But yeah, they shot at me too. I think they were going after like our whole group. Because I guess, well, while I was on the job for you, I was being shot at by the hippo people, the Giff, and I think at the same time, the ship was being attacked by more Giff people.
Hey, what is it? One of the thralls enters the room.
It is neither purse nor pocketbook.
No, it's just a nameless one.
Yeah.
Purse and
pocketbook
gives
come
it
out, you know it's all right. When it's not them, it's not all right.
Bella brings this thrall close to her by beckoning it with the hand that's not currently holding the now broken pipe. The thrall is completely oblivious. She then proceeds to take her hand, which now you've realized that her fingernails have grown to a certain length and they're now dripping with a strange purple liquid, as it just casually has its heart ripped out. And then as you see it beating, and then she just crushes it in her hand with specks of this putrid blood kind of getting on her shoes and your face.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'll see to it immediately.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's fine.
Now, be a good girl and wait.
Wait.
With that, for my next orders, I'll give them to you eventually.
Yeah. Good job, Mommy. Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait. What did you just say?
She apologized profusely.
No. My mom just says, "I'm sorry, Mommy."
What?
Okay, Mommy, I'm sorry.
What I heard was "I'm sorry," not "I'm sorry, Mom." That's what
I
I
didn't
heard.
hear that.
I'm sorry. Mommy.
Oh boy!
You accidentally called your boss mom. That awkward moment when you accidentally call your boss mom.
Is it just the boss? It's the mob boss vampire lady who's about to kill us.
Yeah.
Unless we can maybe convince her to redirect her anger towards the people that actually kidnapped Chloe.
Yeah. Speaking of which, at the moment, Skirvo, while everyone else is dealing with the repairs on his ship, Skirvo is in the captain's cabin, discussing with Ticker whenever he has free time, and Mary, since it seems like whenever she's not helping Ticker, her best use is her mind, as well as various other.
By now.
Yeah, as well as various other sailors as they're getting the as he's effectively drawing up potential battle plans. Nothing concrete, but it's very clear he's trying to work on a plan of attack. So he has a small map of the city drawn up.
Oh, right.
Yeah. As well as positions and potential attack routes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He's scheming.
Yes. He's scheming. But yeah, Tigger would be back by now.
Yeah. He was already back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I was meaning when he has free time from building everything.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And the same goes for Mary, because she's helping Ticker, and when she's not helping Ticker, she's helping Skirvo. She kind of despite not trying to, she kind of immediately got trapped between the two, effectively the two admins of the business.
Yeah.
The CEO
And they
the
are
exco.
absolute, and they both have an axe to grind, so she's kind of scared shitless.
All
The
right.
captain and the first mate.
Yeah. All right. So what's next? Are we gonna get to the Bella thing?
We probably
Yeah,
should
we're gonna get to
do
the.
that before, and then we should probably end the session after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I don't want to leave on another crazy cliffhanger like last time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So a few moments pass. Bella. Well, okay. I guess like with the newly acquired window, you see that Bella is showing up.
I'm talking to
She
some.
seems livid.
Yeah, I'm talking to the other. Mary immediately recognizing that that's a freaking vampire.
Yeah.
And it's just she just kind of goes a little pale, and then just Skirvo says,
I'm gonna say that
Skirvo
Ticker
looks
just
up.
would be with Skirvo at this time, just for ease of stuff.
Yeah, Skirvo's gonna look up and just tell the other sailors to get back to their posts. Get back to your posts, so that way the door is open by the time she reaches it, and
before she reaches it, Ticker will kind of glance sideways at Skirvo. It's been an honor serving with you, Captain.
Yeah. I'm not planning on dying today. Although I imagine there's not much choice in that matter. So how confident are you in that cloaking device?
Who can know?
As confident as we can be. It was paid by Belladros. He's probably going to be more pissed if it doesn't work than you will. By the way, the door's open for Bella to come in.
Yeah. Bella.
Mary, get the door.
The door is already open.
Yeah, but like when she comes in, she's basically telling Mary to close it.
All right.
Yeah.
Bella walks in. So, I've heard that you have information for me. Now, I might have heard a little bit of that from that sweet mouse of yours, Paimon. That I've just heard the craziest thing today that I thought that I would ever hear. Now, let me get this right.
Who just
is
left?
that me?
Who died?
Maddie.
Oh
no.
It's Maddie again.
Poor Maddie.
Now, let me get this right one more time. You lost my sister, correct?
According to the information.
Ticker will hold out a hand to Skirvo and step forward. The blame entirely rests with me. I failed to protect her.
According to the information I've received, somebody paid the attack on. It seems as though the attack on my men and the attack on your sister were unrelated. Somebody paid, according to these. What?
They were related.
They were related.
How do you know that?
They were. The note said they were hired to take us out and capture. Yeah, the note said they were hired to take us out and capture Clara.
To me, it read as though that that they had two sets of orders. One of them was a bounty mission, and the other one was an unrelated mission related to us. And that's how I read it. I didn't know.
Technically, it's 3 missions. It was
take out Belladros, take us out, and capture Clara, because
Two,
they had
set an example by killing the people that were responsible for the information leak, and 3, capture Clara for some unknown benefactor.
All right. Well, I guess I'll rephrase it. Well, according to the we were attacked from. I wasn't present at the time, but from what I've been informed, it seems as though we were attacked from all angles. And somebody had paid a lot, and it seems as though somebody had paid a lot of money for Clara specifically. All we can confirm is that she is unharmed.
That is good.
Make no mistake. Make no mistake. As far as I'm concerned, that little girl is my daughter, and they have wronged Captain Skirvo. Do you know what they called me back in the day? They feared that I bring the Kraken, and I was. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to be satisfied until I see every last one of these buggers hung up and bleeding off the tide of me ship.
Make a persuasion check.
Yep. Does Skirvo have better persuasion now, or?
Yes. Add a total of +3.
All right.
Add another 4. Flash of genius.
All right. Let me just
add 7 to your current roll.
I haven't looked at Skirvo's sheet in like 4 weeks. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, we really cannot afford to fail this check.
Yeah, hang on. There it is. +3. So, son of a bitch. We'll add the +4 next. I just want to see what it would have been. So a 16.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
A 16. What does Flash of Genius count as?
A reaction?
Yeah.
Would you like to use the help action in some shape or another? Please give me some. Please do.
You know what?
Tigger is unarmed, and Tigger is currently, at least for well, first of all, Tigger's unarmed. He he probably wouldn't even be wearing the claw right now because he knew he'd be talking to Bella. And also,
you know what? I actually have another idea. I have another idea.
Okay.
Skirvo gives a minor hand signal that signals Ticker to for a telepathic link.
Okay. I will create the link.
Yeah. When I give the signal, stay down.
But Ticker will.
And here's what I do.
Okay, out of character before Joey. Before we do this, out of character, tell me what you are going to do.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot Ticker. Make it look like he just dead ass killed you for your failure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you're gonna be pulling your deception as well.
Okay, I don't know.
I could give the help with that with Mary, considering that she can, considering that she is in the room and she could drag away his corpse, his quote unquote corpse.
I mean, I guess, but that just changes the persuasion to a deception roll.
Really, because it's also persuading her that he's dead serious about this and is willing to go through absolutely any lengths.
You're not killing Ticker. You're just
faking his death.
Yeah. I imagine the blueprint for the Corvus would be on the table.
Yeah.
So I'll pick it up and I'll pick it up and I'll show it to her, and this is a device I've prototyped. I'm in the process of building it.
Yeah.
It allows a ship to forcefully dock with another. If you want to kill me, just please wait until we get her back. That's all I ask.
Now, you get the help action.
All right.
Reroll that 3.
There we go.
That's
20.
And you add
That's a
24.
24.
24. Congrats. You succeed.
All right.
The, what is it? Due to the evidence that you have on hand, as well as, what is it? Ticker's oath, you calm her down slightly. Good. Swell. Well, I guess we should expect those results by the end of the week. I wouldn't want to have to get rid of one of my more precious of individuals.
Am I taking that into us? Given that Miss Paimon has not returned, I'm giving that a take that you're using her as a bargaining chip.
Think of what you will. For now, I will be off. End session.
Okay. So that was the end of session 26. We may or may not be back next week. Who frickin' knows? Thank you for watching. You can find the archives on the archive channel. See you later.